Ape for the fun to come. Okay. Right, we're ready. 2 weeks. 2 weeks break. My hair's fallen out. Since we left in the back of a carriage as prisoners from Butte Springs. Oh, the fun times. Went out to find the mill, to decide between saving the mill or saving the people in the sanctuary. And upon finding a trap, ran face first into the trap and were captured by the awaiting talons and hunters and kobolds who were there to find whoever these powerful adventurers, these merchants, or whatever it was you describe yourself as, who were messing up their plan a little bit. Had been spotted running around Butte Springs. All of you were knocked out, apart from Gimba, who was just captured and dragged along as you made your way across the northern coast of Onora to the base, the temporary base up in the northeast of the country, where the Talons, the Cult of the Dragon, these orcs are all hanging out and are bringing back all of their loot. You were part of a 5 or 6 cart caravan that was bringing back some of the plunders from the raid, as well as some prisoners. But you couldn't see, there wasn't all the prisoners, but there were some prisoners at least. And you had seen the destruction, or what had been the continued destruction of Butte Springs as you were dragged away into the night. Upon arriving early in the morning, you were locked up inside this cavernous area, the rolling hills of the northeastern part of the country, where there is hollows and caves in this probably like 80, 90 foot wide cavernous depression down that has these deep caves. You were stored as prisoners, where you could see other prisoner groups have kind of been pushed around, and where the workings of this camp happen, where you were pulled out, attached to stakes in the ground, and interrogated by the head of this camp, where the Talons had been confirmed, with a female elf named Valenfoss, with the trusted dragon hybrid, their beefy dragonborn named Thunderclaw, and who are seemingly under the guard of somebody else in the Talons. Wanted to find out where the hell you came from. Why were you there? What were you doing in Butte Springs? And how was such a coincidence that you had turned up, recognizing Thorn, Varenfoss, having been in the Islet Kingdom before, kind of interrogated Thorn in front of you all, where he gave the story that you were just a travelling band of merchants, that he was no longer part of anything to do with the King's Guard, and had amassed you guys as a crack team who got captured. Isn't that unlucky? And on not believing that, you were thrown back into your cell, where Varenfoss had given the order that if you would not come out with the truth, then maybe you would have to individually be spoken to find out what was going on. So you had a brief time where you are together inside this prison cell, where you were pulled out. You know that there are definitely other prisoners around. You'd seen other prisoners, but you also were tied up with some other prisoners, one of which was Gimbar's brother, Balgrund, and another figure who was pulled out of the same cavern hole that Balgrund was pulled out. Looked like a very skinny half-orc. They were thrown back to their cell. You guys were thrown back to your cell, with Thunderclaw given the order to kind of pull you out one by one to find out what was really going on, because Thorn's story clearly didn't sound like it was necessarily being believed. Because that was 2 weeks ago, I'll throw back to you all as you are inside your little cavern with the stone door pulled across. You are on your own in this cavern. There are some holes through the doors, and you know there are some guards around. So you would have to whisper if you want to keep your voices down and not be heard. But again, you are prisoners in the camp, so it's up to you how you would like to take it. But I will give you some time before we drag you off one at a time to discuss amongst yourselves what your plan might be in this next stage, this interrogation stage. So,
what do you think that they're going to do to us?
You saw my brother, right? Probably something similar to that.
Why didn't they kill us?
Maybe the information we have is more important than our corpses.
What information?
You tell me. I only met you all a few days ago.
I thought we were mercenaries. How do we have information? And I wink. But they probably can't see it in the darkness because no one has dark vision.
Yeah.
I have dark vision.
I'm pretty sure I've dark vision.
I don't have dark vision. I don't
Got
see
twitch
anything.
in his eye.
I've got 120 feet.
Oh. Nice.
I'm kind of just sat in the corner
Mhm.
trying to think through what the hell to do in this situation. Not really kind of taking much notice of what everyone else is saying, just kind of in my own little world.
We can't see out the cell, can we?
Yeah, there's a few like cracks in the rock where you would be able to peer out and see what's going on in the central area if you would like. But yeah, you can. It's like the cove itself is like a circle, so you're in one side, so you could see out and across, but you can't get a great view of like up and down, but a bit of left to right of movement of people at least you'll be able to see.
Can I cast Tremor Sense? Use Tremor Sense.
Yeah.
This Dwarven stone cannon.
Yeah. So you can just put your hands on a stone and cast Tremor Sense. What do you want to get a ping for? Just around you?
Yeah, pretty much basic walking sense.
How far is it you get?
Same as 60 feet for 10 minutes.
Nice. 60 feet. 60 feet's quite far. You get a general patter of movement. You can feel that within the cave, like you're within a cave in the front entrance. These caves, because you're getting the footfall, they descend deeper into the hillside. These aren't just, you're in a quite shallow cave, like it is like a tiny little box, like a 20 foot by 10 foot box, whatever it is. You can feel pings all around, and because where the stone works, you can feel them above as well. So you can feel that whatever you're in is multi-storied, and that there are pings that go further back into this hillside. There is a larger cave system behind, and then you just get the movement of guards moving about. If you looked outside, you'd be able to see the pings of people as well. There are orcs moving around, kobolds moving around. They seem to be getting on with tidying up moving boxes, and then there are a few talons. There seems to be less, as you look out, less talons out in the main area, more kobolds and orcs, but you can feel that there are pings deeper within the cave behind you.
Can I sense where the other prisoners might be?
All you get is footfall.
Just
While
okay.
this is going on,
I relay all that to the group.
Mm-hmm. So there's definitely people within these caves. Like you're in one, there's others you can feel to the left of you, to the right of you, all the way, like for the 60 foot round the circle that you can feel. You guys, if you imagine you're looking at it, you're on the left hand side of it. So you can feel part the way round the circle, at least with the 60 foot. You can feel that there's footfall up and down, but whether that's kobold, talons, orcs, or prisoners, you can't tell. You can just tell that there are people within the cave.
While this is happening, can I cast a ritual spell, please?
Yep.
Comprehend languages.
Nice. How long does that last for?
Which allows me to understand the literal meaning of any language I hear or see signed for the next hour.
Nice. Remind me of that if I forget.
Well, I'll repeatedly be asking, what language are they speaking?
What are they saying right now? I can hear them. Anybody else? Anything else?
Well, question here. With items being taken, how does magic work? Because will we not have our focuses, or will we?
No, you don't have all of your. You have been, most of you would have been left with your armaments because it's just more of a ball ache to take them off. But your weapons and your bags would have been taken from you. But you still haven't had. You've had a short rest, right? So you've only had the benefits of whatever you can get back from a short rest. But yeah, if you need focuses to cast, you don't have anything unless you have something on you that you've managed to squirrel. But I think most of you were knocked out and stripped of anything that looked like it would have been 1 of value, or 2 could be pokeable and hurt me.
As this is going on,
Mm-hmm.
he's sort of giving myself a bit of panic and sort of, being scared a bit, rising up inside him. So he decides to sort of fall back on his monk training and sort of tries to meditate, focus himself at this point.
Nice. Lovely. Cool. So as you sit and wait, you can hear the movement of people out and around as they are getting bits ready, as the door gets pulled over to one side. As standing there are a couple of Talon guards who are going to reach in and grab whoever is going to put themselves forward to be grabbed first. You're all going to go. But yeah, if there's someone that wants to go in first for their interrogation, then I'll allow you as characters to decide if one of you would step forward as you see this is happening, or they're just going to reach in and grab someone, and we can do it at random.
Can you do it at random?
You don't want to? You don't want to?
Well, no, because Willow's she should, but just do it at random so she doesn't have to make that decision, please.
Okay.
I sense an oath break.
This is really unfortunate.
Dan is now top of the list.
Because
Maybe roll a d6.
I did, and I rolled a 4, and then I went across 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's you.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. We'll allow you to step forward. Maybe the guards thought you were stepping forward as a paladin. They assumed you'd want to throw yourself in front of everybody else. Nice. So, as the guards, they go to grab you forward. They're not necessarily going to manhandle you or throw you forward. They'll pull you out of the cave. The stone goes back across as the rest of you are left inside, and Willow, you are led out into the main kind of muddied area you were, and then taken round up some stairs into one of the caves where there is an office room. There are some rooms made up inside as you go into this cave and off to the right hand side. You would know where you were going, so if later on you were needing to find your way, you know where you've been walked. There's not like they've blindfolded you at all, but you go through this huge up one set of stairs onto like the second floor, this huge cavern entrance, and a little way into this on the right hand side you are let through a door which is unlocked and led in, where waiting for you inside is Thunderfrost and Thunderclaw. Thunderclaw in this room seems huge. Is a big what looks like a very beefy blue dragonborn, but with the big wings tucked in because they would not be able to fly out without knocking things over in this room, but they are tight into his back as he is stood with his axe kind of down to one side to look intimidating as he walks in, as there is a small stool set for you and Varenfrost to sit across from you. And we have decided previously that we will do this all one-on-one. So if the rest of you would like to bugger off to another room, and Kinsey, you can stay.
Thanks so much.
Wait, we have to leave. She's the one getting dragged out.
Yeah, so it's the way that Discord works. I'll push one button.
Yeah, that's fine.
So bugger off. Lovely.
Oh, this is better, isn't it?
This is so much better. Should we just talk about the Sims?
Yes.
So as you are walked into this, through into this cavern, into this doorway, into a room, you are surrounded. It's a cave that you are in. It's like just another one of the hollow outs that you're in, but this one's been tidied up a lot more. You can see that there are some of these stone panels that look to be worked a little bit more, that have some like decorations and some paint, some carvings on them. There's a big desk that's set up. There's a big map that's set up, and the desk, not so much. The map itself, you can see the corners of it, but it has like a cover and a sheet that's been pulled over it. So they've tried to cover up at least some of the stuff that's in here as they bring you in. As the guard sits you down, Thunderclaw dismisses him as he cuts the rope, or undoes the rope from your hands, so your hands are free, so you can sit and talk normally. And then he stands very close to you, hand on axe, watching over down on you, as Varenfrost takes a seat, kind of just leaning against her desk that she has in here before. Is there anything you'd like to do, check, or roll before before we start?
I'd like to look at them to see like level of weaponry or if they look to have any interesting items on them, be it magical or otherwise.
Yeah, okay. So Varan Foss doesn't seem to be armored. They have some chainmail. They are in a fancier version of what the Talons are wearing. There's a lot of white involved, but clearly is wearing chainmail armor over the top of the gold ornamentation. A lot of the Talons have their stronger metals in their chain and their actual armaments, but they have prettied versions, either design on top or ornate pieces as part of their armor that look to be made of gold. They shine at least as if they are gold. And she has a long white cape with a kind of ice blue lining on the inside that kind of matches the same colors of her eyes, slicked back long, like what is probably blonde but looks more dirty brown with the way it's just been slicked down, and has off to the side in like an would be like a war brace, a long sword, the length of not a bit smaller than your sword would have been, but similar sort of weaponry. This long, slightly more slender sword that she isn't holding, but is up behind her where she can see. And then Thunderclaw, very similar, although his armaments are much bigger. They are definitely more. There's more gold in here, and you can see it's definitely more ornamental than it is useful, because it's got thick, like dragon-like scale skin and has like the white talon skirt. So there's been an attempt to make Thunderclaw look like a soldier, but you can see this is like trying to dress an average build 5'10" man and a sumo wrestler side by side in the same stuff. Like, it just doesn't work. But he is in an armaments as well. Can't see anything at first looking that they look like they're wearing anything special, but that's what you can see at first glance.
Okay. Does he look silly?
Silly?
Yeah.
Depends whether you think he looks silly. I would say he looks mean.
Okay.
There's definitely...
I won't make him feel like he's silly then if he looks mean.
You looking at, give me a nature check.
It's only a 6.
6. He looks big. It does look a little bit like this isn't a normal dragonborn. You've never seen a dragonborn this big before. He looks like if you made a joke, he would have the ability to maybe lob your head off in not too many chunks.
Okay. Does he look similar to the half dragon that I know of from the caravan? The black half dragon?
Bigger. Similar.
Bigger than him. Okay.
Bigger, wider, stouter. So this, when you look, you're like, oh my god, there's like inches taller than you and many, many inches, like 2 of you width. This is a large creature.
Okay.
So he's a bit of a beast. So whilst he might look a bit silly in a white skirt, you probably wouldn't want to say for fear of losing your head.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong beast. But as you sit down, and you can see that Varan Foss is looking at your armaments, looking at your dress, looking at your attire. She just stands up slightly, leans over, and as she moves, kind of catches your eye and just says to you, "So, who are you?"
My name is Willow. And who are you?
Oh, Willow, just Willow?
Well, Willow Moonveil.
Willow
And
Moonveil.
who are you?
I am Varan Foss. This is my...
Varanthos what? Or is that just one name?
Just one name, unfortunately.
Oh.
And this is our camp here. We are surveying the northern region. And, we ran into you and your merry little band of friends, are they?
I don't know them too well.
Not technically a Oh, you don't know them too well, so not spent much time with them. Where did you come from?
Not particularly. I've travelled north. We are north, right?
Yeah.
We are north. Yeah.
Travelled north. Okay, so you came from the south,
south.
or
South of here. Yeah.
south of here? Allhearth?
I've been through Allworth.
You've been through Allhearth, and you travelled with this party through Allhearth, or?
I was in Allworth with this party. I met them there.
And you decided on a whim to come to Butte Springs?
I've never been.
So you decided on a whim to come to Butte Springs?
Yes.
Give you a deception roll.
Is that deception though? Because it was on a whim that I was put forward.
Crow just died.
Oh,
Off in the
so did
distance.
I, because I rolled a 9.
A 9. Cool. Nice. You see her brow furrow somewhat as her patience is being tested. I know what you're saying is not true. I know that you and this party are here for a reason. There must be a reason. What are you doing in my camp? Why did I find you in Butte Springs?
Well, you captured me.
And what were you doing in Butte Springs?
I was with the party. The party of people that you have also captured. But I'm not sure why I have been captured and why I've been brought here.
Well, I find it an awful coincidence that whilst we were in, that someone has put together a band of merry men who accidentally met in Allhearth and have made them way here to Butte Springs. Just what a merry little coincidence. Unfortunately, coincidences I don't really believe in, so there's something you're hiding, and I will need to find out what it is. So, what were you doing in Butte Springs?
Silence.
You see Thunderclaw breathes in a little and just says, I've got to make his voice. I know that you think you're helping. This is not helping. This can all go much smoother if you just tell us why you're here.
Still silent. And what is your name?
I am Thunderclaw. Second in command here to Varanthos, and I too am rather interested in how someone of your skill with a weapon, someone with the ability to afford such armaments, managed to turn up at a time when you were not welcome. So, I implore you, please help us find out what was going on. Then we can root out the problem and you will be free to leave.
You must understand my position, as I look to both of them. That I've been captured and manhandled, my items have been stolen from me and put somewhere where I cannot see. In an area where things have been on fire and I have been attacked as I pass through Butte Spring. And now I'm being interrogated by people who, respectfully, I do not know. I do not feel safe to speak.
Safety. We can make you feel less safe if you would, if that would help loosen your tongue. I mean, we can
Not
play
at all.
nice or we can play not nice.
You can play how you like, but be honourable in what you do.
She speaks of honor, Thunderclaw, yet she refuses to tell us why she's here and lies through her teeth as to that reason. Interesting. From one from the Brotherhood, I assume.
What makes you assume that?
Come now. Do you think me dim? You just... Willow Moonveil travels through Allhearth and picks up this armaments and carries the sword that we've just, as you so rightly said, captured from you. And you're not a member of the Brotherhood? Come now.
Can I just check?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if they're Talons or not.
From their armaments, you would assume they're Talons.
They're like high up Talons.
Well, they're in. You don't know the. You don't really.
They're just posher outfits than the normal Talons would wear.
They're wearing nicer outfits and they're in a room. Yeah, nice stuff. But they are in a uniform. They wear white and they wear gold. It's a very distinct uniform. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And just please, may I be reminded, with the Brotherhood, I know that they're all together because of the religion and all and the magic stuff, but are they like outlawed and you shouldn't be allowed to, like Brotherhood shouldn't exist anymore? Are they like underground Brotherhood, or are they openly there are Brotherhood people still knocking about?
Well, that you know that the Talons are against magic users, and the first people that they cleared out and killed were clerics and paladins and druids.
Yeah.
So you know that they're against the Brotherhood, but the Brotherhood is also full of fighters, paladins, not necessarily magic users. You know that they truly are against magic users. You don't want to be flaunting magic.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I know of people in the Brotherhood.
But you are know of them, or you are one of them? Come on, we're just sharing information now. Make this easier for all of us.
I am in the Brotherhood.
Good. So what
I'm
are
not
the
here
Brotherhood
because of
doing?
them, though.
You're working for the Brotherhood, but you're not in Butte Springs for the Brotherhood.
No.
So your story is that you are taking a little holiday from the Brotherhood. You picked up that absolute ragtag bunch of people on a merry journey, accidentally ended up in Butte Springs, decided to come out and try and fight against my people, and then accidentally got captured.
I understand how that sounds when you relay it back to me. So yes, I am from the Brotherhood, but I'm not here for the Brotherhood. You know Thorn, I assume.
Am I devious? Yes, I think I am.
Yes. And you know Thorn?
So I met him in Allhearth with the group. He said we needed to come to Butte Springs. And that he'd tell us what the mission was when we arrived. And I needed some money. And when we got here, everything was on fire. Now I've been captured. And I'm being interrogated about the Brotherhood.
You've been interrogated about why you were here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were just hanging out in Allhearth. Thorn wanders through, just picks you up, says, I'll give you some money, and you head straight off for Butte Springs.
Well, that makes me seem like I'm not responsible about my own safety, but he seemed like a nice chap, and I needed some money, and I've never been up here, so I came up to help him on his mercenary mission.
His mercenary mission.
I don't know if you noticed, but I have a rather large sword, and I can use it, so...
Indeed, which makes it all the more curious as to what you were doing here. So what was this mission? You just agreed to the mission with no other questions?
He just said we needed to come up to Butte Springs, and then we'd find out more when we get here. But everything was on fire, and we were attacked.
So you didn't inquire as to... You went on the 2-day journey for the mission without asking what the mission was? No questions whatsoever?
Well, yes, because I've never been to Butte Springs.
Roll out another deception check.
Oh my god. 11.
Okay, Well, I can see this is going round in circles, but at least now we know Thorn has a mission. So maybe we'll let you starve just for another evening and see if her tongue loosens up later, shall we? Unless there's anything you would like to tell us now.
I have nothing else to tell you.
She looks at Thunderclaw. He gives out like a grunt as the door opens, as the two talons come back in, tie you back up, and lead you back out of the room, round down into a different holding cell. They put you in one that is slightly. It's like next door to it, but they're clearly trying to keep you slightly separate from where you were before. As they throw you in there, roll the door open, and then roll it back. Can you send in? If I do it from here, I can do it that way. Can you send in Burn, please?
Yes.
Yes.
While she's in the holding cell, she would just be praying. Because she is aware that she wasn't fully truthful. But my argument is that my duty was to not share the information, and so that's what I was doing, as badly as I could. But I will send him in. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dun.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I need to move the thing over. Change all the orders. Nice. So you are collected from the cell. Willow is not brought back. You can hear that she, and you will be able to feel your tremor sense that's still up, that she is taken to a cell that's just like next, almost like the cave next door, if that was how you describe it. But you hear her get taken off as the door opens. The two talons grab you, take you through. And again, you are walked up to the second flight through this large cave entrance and a few 20, 30, 40 foot down in this cave on the right-hand side. There's like a gap that leads through to a door. The knock on the door opens as you are let into this small office-like room, which is adorned with, there's one of the walls that looks like it has all this drawings, like cave drawings on it. There's a big map, map wall kind of on to one side, which has got a big sheet pulled over. There's a large desk set out, and Varenfoss is stood with her arms crossed waiting, and you can see also as you walk in Thunderclaw, who, once you are sat down, the talons under your hand binds, your hands are free. He stands very close next to you, grips his large great axe, and just kind of looms down over you as a show of force, as a show of presence. He is massive. If he swung this axe in this room, he'd freaking take out everything in the room. He's a big old boy, but you can see that they are releasing your binds to give you a chance to breathe. They want you to be relaxed, you can feel, but also aware that there is a presence there. Door is closed, door is locked. As you can see, you have Varenfoss and Thunderclaw in this room that's just with you. As she's kind of staring at you, trying to get a gauge, you can see that there's like an insight check sort of going on from her point of view. Is there anything you would like to ask about the two characters or the room itself?
Yeah, at this point, I'm not showing any kind of intent of doing anything I shouldn't be. I'm kind of scared is probably the best way to put it.
Yep.
Let's take a quick, just a basic sort of, I'd like to basics what's in the room, anything particular. But I'm not in the mind frame of particularly looking for anything specific because I'm scared.
Yep. Yeah, give me a perception check.
It's 14.
14. You can see that this room, you can see that where that some of the stuff is covered, that this is clearly like a room that is used for setting off some operations. But again, you can't pick up much apart from there's a map of Onora, like of the northern country that's on the wall, but you can only see the edge of it. You can't see any of the detail that's in here. It just looks like this room is clearly used as some kind of control room, and it's being used as for this interrogation. But it's not prison cell. It's not like you've been tied up, you've not been held. It doesn't. You almost seeing the face of your brother, and like how he was looking. I would have said you might have been expecting to go into like a torture chamber or some sort of room where you were going to be interrogated. Roughly, this is quite comfortable, which is almost a little bit more unnerving. That you know that they must be capable of something, but they're not showing it here. But nothing else kind of, with a thought, as you're looking around, really pings out. Other than Varanthos has her sword up on the wall, but is not armed at all, and it's Thunderclaw that is stood holding his axe as the like, I'm the guard here, but she is kind of staring at who you are, and you can see that she's kind of got her head tilted slightly to the side. As she will say, you look familiar. Who are you?
My name is Gimba.
Gimba of the Diamond Mountains?
Yes.
So not far. Just skip across the pond. The dwarf that we have, the dwarf that you were alongside earlier, is the dwarf you know?
It's fairly obvious he's my brother.
Brother?
There's no point trying to lie about it. We look very much alike.
That you do, but one would never assume all dwarves look alike. So you are, what are you, here to help your brother? Here to save your brother? Here to find out what's going on? What's your plan? Where did you come from?
I had no idea my brother was even here. It's as much a surprise to me as to you, I guess. I don't know. He's a cleric. I don't know why he's here.
You see that she kind of stares in, again, inside checks, and gets a good feeling that you are telling the truth. So you just happen to turn up in the exact place where your brother was, get captured by the same people, completely coincidentally.
I mean, honestly, yes. I mean, I was on a mercenary expedition.
Ah, yes, this mission. Well, I suppose you've got a difficult decision to make then, Gimba. Obviously, you know your brother is here, and your brother is not in a good way because he has not cooperated with us very well. But this mission you're on, I suppose if you had any information on this mission and you were to tell us about what this was, then we could discuss with your brother, maybe, in some kinder terms, what he was doing and why he was poking around in our business. So what do you have? Tell me the story of this mission. Tell me the story of how you, Gimba, and this ragtag bunch ended up in Butte Springs.
A simple barkeep. I was over on the mainland. I'm visiting All Earth, essentially. I'm on some kind of quest to find the perfect ale. Now I want to try and cement my clan's name in the books. So I'm trying to find out different herbs, ingredients, try different ales in ailing, come up with this perfect ale, and I was in All Earth. I'd had in a tavern trying some ales, tried one too many, and the human, Thorn, I think his name is, approached me about what I want to, would I be interested in going. I don't know why he picked me. I mean, we got talking, I guess, is how it first started. About a mercenary mission.
Give you information on this mercenary mission?
Nothing too much detail, just that we were to get something from some pirates, from some smugglers. So I don't know, he didn't say what exactly. He offered me a decent amount of gold if we were successful. my family's not doing too well in terms of that, so gold would be handy. I thought, he said it would just be a simple, easy mission. I thought, why not? But, like I said, I was drunk at the time. It sounded like a bit of fun, a bit of adventure. Not something I'd really done before. Like I said, I've just been in Diamond Mountains as a barkeep most of my life.
Quite the barkeep, though. I mean, I have reports that you disabled a few of my guys with just your fists. So, I mean, seems a little bit more standard than the barkeep.
I have had some training in as a monk. Through one of our elder dwarfs, but it was never thought I'd ever have to use it. It was more of a. It's dark. I have an anger issue when I drink too much, and it was for me to balance against that, I guess, to calm me when that happens.
Okay.
But it also receives, a bit of self-defense. But I guess that's why I thought maybe. I would be able to on this mission because I do have a way of defending myself.
Quite the way of defending yourself, a little bit more than just the barkeep, as you said before. So this old human man rocks into Allhearth, where you just happen to be, and offers you a mystery mission, and you say, oh, yeah, I'll go for that. I'll ask no questions and turn up in Butte Springs. Oh, by the way, my brother was here as well, though.
No idea my brother was here. I knew he was on the mainland somewhere. He's a travelling cleric.
Are you part of the Brotherhood as well?
Sorry?
Part of the Brotherhood as well? You are?
The Brotherhood?
Yes,
No.
The Brotherhood, no?
I've heard of him, but...
Cleric, your travelling companion, is armoured like a cleric. The Brotherhood poking their nose in where it doesn't need to be. So you don't align yourself with them?
No, I don't align myself with anybody.
Give me a deception roll.
Yeah. This is going to go well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's going to go very well. That's a nat 1.
No.
-1 for 0.
She looks at you and says, now, Imba, whilst it's quite a touching story and you thread quite the yarn, the fact that your brother, a cleric, is in my possession would tell you that there's something he has been doing which we are not very happy with. One of your companions, also armored like they are from the Brotherhood. You turn up as a bartender or barkeep with quite extraordinary fists, so I've been told. And you want me to believe that you would go on this magical mystery because a random human from the south turns up one day and offers you a bit of gold. It's really starting to stink a little bit. So maybe we kind of cut through whatever pact you have and we lay it on the line, shall we? If you want your brother to survive, you tell me why you were in Butte Springs and we can discuss how you both can walk through.
I've told you all I know. I generally have no idea why my brother is here. You can ask your guards that were in the room, the cavern we were in when we were all there, and they would tell you the genuine talk as to why my brother was there. I even questioned him, what was he doing here?
And why are you here? Or why were you in Butte Springs?
So we up there for a mission. We, looking for, I don't know, I don't even know what we were looking for, just something that smugglers have brought me in to see who was in charge of the keep. We were there, and then next thing I know, it was under attack.
You hear Thunderclaw give like a little grunt as he says, listen, dwarf, it's in your interest and your brother's that you tell us why We found you in Butte Springs at that exact time. No games. The loyalty should be to your family.
It is to my family. And if my brother has told you what he knows, I'm telling you what I know. If you don't believe me or my brother, you don't believe me. You know, I am not gonna. I don't honestly know why my brother is here, and I have told you why I was here. There's nothing more I can tell you.
Varenfrost looks to give me another deception check.
Well, it can't get any worse than that much.
You can't get worse than that one, yeah.
It's a 10.
10. Varenfrost looks at Thunderclaw and just says, well, maybe he'll respond better to the same treatment his brother did, because clearly he doesn't want to waggle that little tongue of his. Take him away. As Thunderclaw gives out a low grunt as the door opens and 2 talents comes in as he says, Dwarf, I think you may have made a mistake here. As they come in, go to tie your hands back up. And he nods and says, bring in the next. As they lead you out, down, round, past through the main entrance, again into the same room where Willow is, pull the door across, and then open the door to go and grab another person. Can you send in Hayward, please? Hello.
Hello.
Not prepared. The door to the cavern gets pulled open. There is no sign. Willow and Gimbar, you can hear, have been thrown into the cave alongside the cave, like the cell next door. As the door kind of opens back up, there is no sign of them as you are pulled forward, leaving just the remainder of the party in there as they walk you round up to the second floor through this large cavern entrance, down about 20 or 30 foot to the right hand side through a door which is unlocked, big wooden door, which leads you, and they lead you into this office chamber, probably 20 foot by 20, maybe a bit bigger, 30 foot by 30 foot, which is just like a cave alcove that has been made up into kind of like a command center. As you look around, you can see there's a big desk. There are some designed walls, some like wall carvings, some carvings on the wall behind where this desk is laid out. There is a big map board that has a big sheet or a cloth like kind of pulled across it to obscure what's there. Small stool that these talons sit you down on as they undo your cuffs, undo your bindings and your hands to release your hands. And stood across from you, leaning next to the desk, is Varenthos, and stood right next to you, great axe in hand, is the looming figure of Thunderclaw. At first look, you think this guy, this dragon, beefy dragonborn beast, could probably eat you if he wanted to. Such is the size difference between yourself and him, as he is stood there in a commanding presence with his axe in his hand, kind of looming over you as you sit down here. Varenthos, though, is unarmed. You can see that her sword is up against the wall, as she kind of is just getting a glance, just taking a second to sit in the silence, let you free your hands from the bindings, just kind of almost insight checking, just getting a vibe for who you are. Is there anything you would like to ask, check for on either of these characters or the room before Varenfrost starts asking you questions?
Can I, on both of them, check for, from a site's point of view, any kind of physical injuries that I could possibly kind of look at as I could maybe make something to help with that injury?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
That is a 13.
13. Thunderclaw looks like an absolute unit. It looks like his dragon scales that he has are thick. The hide on this creature is quite impressive. There's not much you can see there. Varenfrost doesn't have has a few like light scars. across their arms. One of the arms you can see, and lightly, very light, like one across her face. But other than that, it doesn't seem to be overly injured. It looks like it's an old injury, if anything. Anything else?
Nope, I think Silnar probably does look visibly worried and kind of, guess, would gulp as the axe is lunging over him.
Axe, which is bigger than you, is the next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, head of the axe is probably your head and most of your torso. She leans forward, kind of leans over slightly, coming down slightly, like leaning down or leaning forward to kind of try and make up the height difference a little to bring herself closer to your level. She just says, and I need to ask, who are you and how did you end up with this group here?
Well, I needed some money and, well, got in contact with the mercantile back on Bryn, and I got my services offered to Fawn. That is all I was told from before heading over to the mainland, and yeah.
Mercantile agent. Well. And money is what you needed.
Yes. See,
True merchant for hire.
Well, you see, yeah, I like to do a bit of crafting.
Crafting you do indeed. We obviously have confiscated some of the equipment that comes from you, and I had reports from some of my men that you had quite the weapon, that it was like something they hadn't seen before, and I have to say I'm intrigued. That's something of your purchase, your design, your making. Tell me about your weapon.
My weapon? I mean,
yes.
Everything that I had on me was my own design.
And the mercantile is letting you out in the world with that design. It's quite impressive design, I have to say. We're intrigued by it, shall we say. I've nothing that I've seen before, but something that I definitely think the Talons could be interested in. How wedded are you to the mercantile? Should I say, how wedded are you to the gold that could be provided?
Well, I mean, gold is always useful.
Gold
It helps me craft better things. Yeah, I mean that's needed for my passion, which is the crafting.
This is good to hear, because you know that sort of the mercantile and the Talons haven't always seen eye to eye. I don't think the mercantile like our approach, or the fact that we maybe are a little better in contract fulfillment than they are. But a weapon of such power can't be left in just their hands. You see, it'd be dangerous for us to let you go back to them with such a weapon. But that doesn't mean you have to stop. If tinkering and creating is what you enjoy, it's your passion, and gold is all you require, then would you consider working for the Talons?
I mean, I haven't really thought about it. I mean, the plan was to get some gold and head back over to Bryn and carry on doing what I was doing back there beforehand. So,
we will. We'll make our way to Bryn in some time. Don't worry, it's all in the plan. But that can be once you've made a small fortune, my friend. We will pay a lot more than the King's Guard.
The King's Guard?
Give me a deception check.
That's 5.
5, nice. Yes, the King's Guard. Come on now, you know Thorn works for the King's Guard. The fact that he's trying to make us believe that he can just rock up and hire a random bunch of mercenaries who all have nothing to say. Let me tell you, your employer, Thorn, it's not going to go very well for him. So I suggest you think about yourself, Zilna. Think about the people back on Bryn. Think about your ambition. We can give you what you need to create whatever you could desire. And with the talent, it'd be going to good use.
I mean, Thorn hasn't told me anything, really.
I've heard that story as well. Look, you have a skill. You have a skill that we cannot let leave this camp. I'll be honest with you, Zilna. So if you would like that skill to continue being useful, come work for the Talons. We won't send you back to work. We won't send you back to the cave now. I'll let you have your tools back. You can go to work right now. We have some equipment, some stuff here that you can start to show. And I'll be very interested to show my higher-ups what you can deliver. No one needs to know anymore. And like I say, the King's Guard and Thorn, I've made a bit of a mistake here.
Can I think about this for a bit?
You can think about it, Zilna, but like I say, if I don't get what I want from Thorn and the rest of your accidental heroes that have come together to accidentally rock up into Butte Springs, I don't think anyone's really going to be leaving this camp, so it might be better for you to get a nice rest and some food in your belly and come to work for the Talons. You haven't, from what I've been told, haven't known these people very long, so make the right choice, Zilna. You could have a very, very lucrative future with the Talons. You hear a little grunt, as almost like clears his throat, as Thunderclaw says, "Little one, this is a good deal. The Talons have a noble cause. Make the right choice. Make the choice that keeps you alive right now. It's an easy choice."
If I don't say yes, I'm going to die right now?
Not right now, but we might starve you out, keep you separated from the rest of your party. It's how useful you want to be. You have a use, Zilna. You are unique in that instance. The rest of your ragtag group of absolute randoms that have turned up with no idea what's going on don't really have much of a use for me, to be honest. If their tongues don't start wagging, then maybe they don't need their tongues or their heads, as she looks towards Thunderclaw, as he goes, But you have a skill. You have something that we could use. So just don't waste that skill. Don't waste your ability. Don't waste what could be coming in the future.
Can I have one night to think?
If you feel like you need one night to think about whether you want to live or die, Zilna, then I'm maybe overestimating you and your intellectual prowess. But if starving in a cave is what you would like, then starve in a cave you can.
So, if I was to say yes, I would have my own room, all my tools back.
We may want to keep hold of the weapon for just a check. You'd be under close guard, but you'd have your freedom to move about the camp as you wish, to start looking at what we have here, to start making up your tool set, to get some of the kobolds to help you out with whatever is required. I'd like to see what you could do quite quickly. Though we have some other members of the Talons, so I think would be quite interested in seeing what we could potentially use. You could come work for me in the short term as we get set up and help us with our future ambitions. But yes, you agree to this now, or you have free reign of the camp. Obviously, we'll be watching a little bit, but you have a use still now. Make the right choice.
Okay. I What do you need me to do?
I need you to do whatever you can do to create something very similar to what you've created before. We want to understand what you can make and how you can make it. We'll get you set up. We'll get you down to have a look at what we've collected, if there's anything of use that you can make use of thus far. But we are looking for anything that can help. Any weapons, anything that can minimize our losses to our allies and ourselves and do maximum damage when trying to fight against those that are just those that don't realize yet that our way is the correct way. Those that still think that fighting against and harboring those that use magic is the right way. They have not seen Ram's way. They've not seen that there is only one God. But you will not need to be anywhere near. We would never dream of sending you out into the front line. You will be set up in a city of your choosing under our control and be given whatever you require. As long as you can deliver the items, deliver the goods, then we will find a place for you to create to your heart's content. Of course, we will need to stay up here in the north for a short period of time before we move on, but you will be under my protection and Thunderclaws.
I glance up at the axe. I'm assuming it's still just above my head.
Yeah, he's just holding it. Well, if he was to drop it, it would chop you in half. I think it's how close it is. But he just looks at you and says, Zilna, I look forward to working with you, friend. I've seen your work, and you could be of great use to our cause.
I kind of nervously giggle and say, huh. Rather that axe not be at me and on my side, I guess.
Yep. Lovely. So, she gives the nod to Thunderclaws. He gives a growl as the talents come in, and Thunderclaws says, "This one doesn't go back. This one, take him into the cave. Set him up with the kobolds." As they look at you, kind of like, okay, give you a nod. This, give me an insight check.
Oh, now I roll good. That's 18.
18. You on that order from them, they Talon, the guards don't seem surprised by that as an order. You get the feeling like the conversion attempts are attempted very regularly. They're not surprised that you're going into the cave rather than back out into the rather than not into a prisoners. Almost like this has happened before. Other people have clearly been given choices, but yeah. They're like, cool, they get the order, they're like, right, cool, he's one of us now, nice. So they take you, and instead of like leading you on and drag you on, they kind of almost show you out and take you further into the cave. You are walked out, so as you come out the door, they turn you right and head you down towards deeper down into the cave. Can you give me a perception check, please?
It's a 9.
9. It's the cave is big. Like this opening runs down and it's quite large, and it runs off into a few different caverns, and it kind of like narrows down and gets a little bit small as it kinks off to the right hand side. It's a bit warmer, a bit like a bit muggier the deeper you get in here. Like there's a heat of people or something that's deeper down in this cave, or like a mustiness. But they take you round and they kind of point you over to this mound of stacked boxes of loose treasures, of golds, silvers, gems, trinkets. There's glassware in here, there's silverware in here, there's tools in here. No weapons are in here because the weapons have been taken out because they would just be basic steals and stuff. There is just an array of shinies and goodies that are clearly being stockpiled in here. This is where stuff has been stored. This is where they must have pulled the carts in from Butte Springs. This is where maybe they've pulled other raids. You're like, this is a loot pile here. It's huge. As they kind of say to you, right, well, whatever you find useful. If you find some tools in here, if there's any metals you need in here, just let us know, because we need to catalog it down. Let Varanthos know what you're taking. But yeah, we'll just be over here. Give us a shout when you've got what you need, and we'll get you set up in a studio. And they leave you with this pile of anything that is shiny has been clearly put here, but is not catalogued in any way. So if you want to go through and find extra tools, find stuff you might need, then you can go through and search through here. Is there anything specifically you'd be looking for on tools? You can think about that. You don't need to answer now necessarily, because you're going to be left here for a while. Yeah. But that's...
Yeah, I think you'll see Zilna's eyes kind of light up, seeing this giant pile of materials.
Yeah. Gems, golds, silvers, things. It's just like, what the fuck? But like the biggest pile of loot you would have ever seen.
Almost his mind will just completely sway away from everything that's just happened, because he's just lost in this pile of materials.
Yeah. Nice. So yeah, you're left there as they're stood off. They're not watching over what you're doing, but they're just stood off to the side. They still need to take you to where you need to go, but they've got no real interest in helping you, as you can pick your way through, find out what you can. You would be able to find basic tools and stuff in here. So yeah, you can think of some stuff you would need to try and what you might think about, what you might want to pull together to show that you are a tinkerer and you have some ability, and here's something that you might be able to create to show Varanthos, who could then show her higher ups that you are worth investing in, essentially. But yeah, you have been given under under a slight watch, but you've been given free reign of the camp. Can you send Dan in, please?
Yes.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hello. So, the door is opened. There is no sight of anyone being brought back. No one has come back thus far. Everyone's been moved clearly somewhere else, or murdered maybe. Who even knows? But as the door opens, there was no one thrown back into the cave. Just a dwindling number. You, Peril, and Thorn, the last ones left, as they guards usher you forward. Close the door up on leaving the last two of them there, and they make their way up.
I want to look back with puppy dog eyes as I leave.
Yes.
Tears forming.
As you get led round, you get led up onto the second floor of this, like the second level of this cave structure. This large cave entrance, probably like 15-20 foot wide, 25 foot high. As you go deeper into this darkened cave, only about 30 or 40 foot on the right hand side, there's like a turn off, like a cavern.
Is there torches?
Yeah, in the front part there is, but deeper down there isn't. Just darkens down, so you'd have to rely on dark vision. You'd think that a lot of these...
I don't have dark vision.
Of course, you don't have dark vision, so you can't see anything down there. It's just a big, dark, glooming hole. But you turn off after about 40 foot, where there is still some light, some dim light, to a big wooden door. where it's knocked, unlocked, opened up. The guards open it up, unlock it, and open it up, and you are led into a small room, which is lit, about 20 foot by 20 foot, maybe slightly bigger, with 2 figures inside. The room itself looks to be some kind of office. Clearly just a cave. One back wall has got these cave drawings all over it. The cave drawings and markings up against it. There's a big desk sat out in front, and sat against the desk is Varanthos. Up to one side, there's a big wall map pinned up, but has been pulled on an actual board, but it's got a big cloth pulled across it. So you can roughly see there's a map underneath it, but there's a cloth clearly covering something on this map. Desk is scattered with different things, but you're not close enough to read them. And there's a small stool in front. As you get close, the Talon guards that bring you in remove the cuffs, remove the hand ties that you have, and sit you down.
Thank you.
As then coming to stand next to you with these large great axe, kind of just resting on the floor, is the looming figure of Thunderclaw. This huge dragon-born beast that just, whilst you're sat on the stool, looms very clearly over you and is there as an intimidating presence. He is holding his axe just like a staff almost to one side. Varanthos is unarmed, her wall up and on the wall in its kind of guard, in its sheath, as she is kind of leaning against the desk. Not necessarily squinting, but definitely you can feel like almost insight checking you, just trying to work out who you are and what you might be, and why you might have got here. Is there anything you would like to ask or check about the 2 characters or the room before Varanthos asks you any questions?
Well, the only thing I'm solid at is investigation, and I don't think I can investigate while under trial. So, no, I just want to look sheepish, not make eye contact, just kind of like looking down.
Yeah.
Looking at like where I was bound, because I imagine there's like dirt at least from that. Yeah,
there'd be a slight just like indentation from the rope where it's there, and it would have been dirty. You would have been dragged out through the mud in the night. So. Yeah, not in the best condition. As she looks at you long enough until she catches your eyes, can see kind of the state you're in, and says, "There's no need to worry. I just want to ask you some questions. Please, be comfortable. We just want to know who you are, where you've come from, and how you ended up in Butte Springs at the wrong time." Shall we start with who you are?
What was the wrong time?
The wrong time was when we didn't need anybody there. Not anybody with your skills. Quite good with that sword, aren't we?
I blush a little.
So?
Thank you.
Take a breath. Who are you?
I'm... And I think about stopping myself, and then I kind of look up and see this dragonborn with his big axe, and I'm like, I'm Merrin.
Merrin. Okay, Merrin. Good start. Where are you from, Merrin?
I'm checking my notes to find the picture to read the name out loud.
From the Underdark.
I'm from Reged.
You are. I can see that. So how does one from the Underdark find their way all the way up to Butte Springs on the worst day to be in Butte Springs? Merrin, tell me that. How did you end up in Butte Springs?
Well, I'm going to try and compose myself. I can't see very well in the dark, and I wanted to find out about my father. Have you haven't burnt the books, have you?
We haven't burned anything. We just
Good. And I kind of like sigh in relief.
Yeah. And she says, spell books?
No. His journals.
Journals. Good. You know we don't much approve of magic users.
Who are you?
Very good question. We, as an organization, are the Talons of Ram. We're here to help spread the word of the true god Ram and rid Ashling of any misuse of magic, any corrupted use of magic, because it is not required. It does not bring happiness. So our job is to ensure that people are brought into the light of Ram and can live much happier lives without the corruption of magic.
Right, and if I do that, can I get the journals and my sword back?
If you can tell me exactly how you ended up with some of these troublemakers in Butte Springs, coincidentally at the time when we were there, then you can have all of your stuff and walk free.
I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. She can see as you're pondering, she leans in and says, how do you know Thorn?
I don't really know if my information is going to be helpful.
Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
So I went to the Reflections Edge,
mm-hmm.
and then I wanted to leave the forest,
Mm-hmm.
and I was advised to meet up with the people I was here with.
Okay. And you turned up to meet these people, and then what happened? How did you know to come to Butte Springs, Marion?
I don't actually know. There was just so much going on, and I've lost the journal, and I'm gonna die to my mum.
The journal is completely safe. Like I said, there's a place for everybody with the talons. If you can be useful, Merrin, and you need some guidance.
In Butte Springs, and people were getting hurt, and I had to protect them.
People were
because
good.
that's what my dad would have wanted.
And you can protect people with the talons. We can use someone of your talents. We heard.
But I don't have talents. I'm here. I lost.
Exactly. You've hit a low point, Merrin. And if you can just tell us a little more information about this meeting
I've
of
told
these
you
people.
Everything. It's just my dad.
My
mum and
let's just think a little more.
My family hate me.
Well, you can always have a family with the talons, Merrin. We don't hate you.
No,
we would never hate someone who could be useful like you.
No, you do hate me. You're doing that thing that they do, where they're just acting nice, and then they hit me, and you hit me. And I saw.
We didn't. I think.
I saw what you did to Gimbar's brother.
Ah, Gimbar's brother. Yes. Well, Gimbar's brother is making moves against us. He's trying to break up our family. So do you know about Gimbar's brother?
Oh, I just know he's Gimbar's brother. And that was only because Gimbar looked like he knew him. And they looked the same.
And Gimbar's working with his brother? Did Gimbar know his brother was here?
No, he didn't. He looked shocked.
Give me.
Which makes me think that they don't talk much.
Give me a persuasion check.
The funny thing is, I'm not even trying to be deceitful.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we'll go with persuasion. This is
that's a 2.
2, okay. Just trying to make out for your barber what the hell's going on.
This is really hurting my throat as well.
Good. I'm going to keep it going for a
I might
while.
have to stop doing it.
She says, this is good. This is all good information, Merrin. All we want to know is how you accidentally got mixed up with this group that clearly have cruel intentions against us as Talons. Any information you can give us, we can
cruel
use.
Intentions. There was people being killed in the streets.
Now,
the town was on fire.
the town needed to be. The town was working
Linda's
with the
husband
Brotherhood.
died, and her children. They were so scared, and now I'm scared.
You hear Thunderclaw clear his voice. It comes out like a little growl as he says, Merrin, now listen.
I start crying.
Yeah. You need to answer the questions, and then we can get you to your journal and out. If you need help, you can find family here with us. But you must help us. You must answer the questions.
I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah. Just think. What else could be useful to us? Give us all the information you can muster. We will look after you. You don't have to go into the cell again today.
I don't trust you.
Ah. What's not to trust
Maybe
about
if I got
us?
my journals back and had a think, maybe I could. Maybe I could find something.
You see Thunderclaw look back to Theraphos. She says, now, Merrin, you can have your journals,
Thank you.
but I need all the information you have.
I don't know. This is all so
Who?
stressful.
It is, but it's important you give us the information we have, Merrin, because we are looking for
But if
you
you
to be
have the
useful.
information, then how can I give you the information you already have?
You need to answer the questions and give us a little more. We can look after you. We're looking for help here, Merrin. You can help us. We will help you.
Why do you even need help? You're strong. You the king. You basically you have the king.
We are working for the king. Yes, that's true. Good knowledge. So you do know of the Talons.
Who doesn't? I just don't understand why you're here.
Because we need to spread the word in the north. It's very important for our mission. Now, Merrin, I need to know how useful you want to be. I know this is a stressful
I don't
time,
know.
but you need to make a choice now. Can you be more useful to us, or are you not useful to us? What would your dad want you to be?
My dad always said I should be helpful. When
Do you
people
want to
are
put
nice,
that-
I should be nice.
That sword to good use? Do you not want to help us
I
with our
don't want to
mission?
hurt. Not if you're going to kill villagers.
It's not villagers we're trying to kill. It's people that are harboring magic users. Corrupted magic users, Merrin. If people are hiding corrupted magic users, they are working against us. We can't have that.
Why does that make them bad?
Doesn't make them bad. Just means they're standing in the way of us being able to send out our message. They have a choice, much like you have a choice. Stand with us, help us. Or you're standing against us.
I need time to think. Can I please have my journals and I'll think, and then I'll tell you, and then just let me sleep, and we can talk about it tomorrow.
Give me a persuasion check. This is more like a patheticness check.
Ah shit! Here we go again.
Uh-huh.
That is a 10.
10. He looks at you and says, now, Merrin, maybe your toughest challenge. I can't give you the journals now because I don't think you've maybe given everything you could have to me. So how about we put you back in the cell and you decide how strong you want to be and how useful you want to be for us. And then, tomorrow, we'll decide if you're going to be more useful, whether you can have your journals.
So you were lying to me. You said you'd give them to me, and now you're
Yes.
saying you won't. You're just like my family.
She kind of stands upright and says, "Listen, Merrin, everybody must have a use. If you cannot be useful, you have no place in this camp. Think hard tonight whilst you're hungry, whilst you are sat with your other little criminal lying friends. Do you want to be useful or do you not want to be useful? It's a very easy decision to make. You have the night to think about it." She kind of rolls her eyes and looks at Thunderclaw as he makes a grunt, and he looks down to you and says, "Now, think on this one, boy. Make the right choice." As two talent guards make their way in, as they ask for your hands to start tying you up.
I'm just going to look down dejected because I didn't get my journals back and not move, just kind of like be lifeless.
Yeah. As you do that, they shove you in the back.
I'm not going to be resisting, to be clear.
Yeah. Yeah, they
just kind of like heavy body, I can't remember what it's called, dead weight.
Yeah. The talent guards start pushing you forward to get out. Give me a perception check.
It's not good. 4.
Okay, don't worry.
Oh, sorry, nat 1 plus 3.
Oh, even better. Yeah, you are dejected and getting pushed out. Definitely isn't a sign.
I can't see anything because there's tears in my eyes.
Tears in your eyes as you get sent back. You get walked back down reluctantly as they shove you down the stairs, back out into the main entry, into the main courtyard area, and into a cell with Willow and Gimba. Can you please send in Reese, please? Hello.
Hello.
So, you and Thorn, the last ones remaining in this cell. No one else had been brought back to the cell. Everybody else has been taken elsewhere, but kind of makes sense. If they're going to interrogate you, they probably won't put you all back together until you've all been seen. As the two guards take you out into the main courtyard area, up flight of stairs onto the second floor, into the large cave entrance, big 25 by 25 foot kind of entranceway into this deeper cave. Only about 30 or 40 foot down into this cave, you kind of peel off to the right hand side where there's an alleyway-ish that leads to a big wooden door. One of the guards knocks, then unlocks the door, opens it, and walks you into this room. They take off the binds from your hands, so your hands are free, and sit you down on this stool with these two figures that are inside the room. One of them, Varanthos, the elf, and the other one is Thunderclaw, the dragonborn beast, with his wings tucked back in. He stands next to you, axe like a staff almost, into the floor, looming over you, kind of up and over your position where you're there. The two guards leave, shut and lock the door, as Varanthos is kind of leaning against a desk. This room here is a cave. One side of it, though, has very like ornate drawings, like cave drawings on the side with a desk in front of it, which she's leaning on. To one side is a board with a map pinned with a sheet pulled across it to kind of obscure what else is on there. And you can see this is some kind of like control room or office type area. Stuff clearly happens in here. As Varanthos kind of is leaning, sits forward slightly and kind of cocks her head to one side. You can see she's kind of insight checking you. As you're in this room, is there anything you would like to do or check about the two characters or the room before she starts her questioning?
I think when I come in and they take the handcuffs off me, as they're probably a bit tight, I would rub my wrists just to like and flex them a little bit, just to like trying to get some motion and blood back into the feeling.
Yep.
Trying to portray a bit of confidence to like not seem on the back foot kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I would, I guess, am I sitting down? Do I go and sit down opposite them?
Yeah, they sit you down on this stool, yeah.
I would try, just like, if I can do like a glance around the room, maybe check out the map with an investigation, even if it's properly, if I can.
It's covered.
But,
but it might be able to get some stuff. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
You son of a... That's a natural 1 with a +5. So I got 6.
Difficult to see. You can see that there's definitely a map on that board, and as you're looking around, that there is definitely information in here. There's stuff on the paperwork, but it's clearly been covered in ways that, as you guys are sat down here, you're not supposed to be able to see it.
Okay.
That's clearly nice.
I would just check out the people who are like opposite me or next to me, just being quite weary, but trying to like gauge, just gauge who they are, like what they are, and
give me investigation or history or religion, whatever you would like.
I'll go with history.
Do it with advantage.
Okie dokie. Yeah. I'll go with history.
Mm-hmm.
You kidding? Okay, so the first one was a natural 1. The second one, 11.
So if you roll 3 natural, well, kind of rolled 4 ones, right? 1 1 1 1. 11. Nice. With an 11, as you trying to work out work out who these people might be, right? You have heard stories of, I think with 11, you would know who Thunderclaw is. You've heard of Thunderclaw before because of the size. You know of these, what they kind of refer to themselves as half dragons, these kind of dragonborn beasts. They're not dragonborn, they're something else. And you know of a few of them. Thunderclaw is the biggest. There are stories of Thunderclaw because he is the biggest of the half dragons. And looking at him now, you can see that. Which makes you think that Varanfos is likely a dragon speaker, which is terminology that you know that is used for high-ranking members of the Talons. So you know that this person should be heading up operations. You've never met Varanfos before or Thunderclaw, but you know of them. And you know that if Varanfos is a dragon speaker, that they are here to run an operation for something. You're just not sure. You won't know what it is. So you know that they are someone of power. Not of the top power, but are definitely in the upper echelons of the Talon's rank. Cool. So as you, flex and move your wrist around, Varanfos looks at you and says, you don't seem to be as scared as the rest. Who are you?
Well, I guess I can say my name's Peril. I am a treasure hunter. Like I find what needs to be found and sell it to the highest bidder.
Okay. So what do you know of this Thorn character then? You, another one of his little merry men?
All I know is that I was hired as a mercenary. But anything else to that, no, I haven't been told about what the operation is or anything like that.
This mercenary story is running a little thin, Peril. Is there anything you can give us that will help us? I understand the position you're in, but you must understand the position I am in. You can feel that there's an undercurrent of rank pooling that's going on.
No, like all I've been told is I've been hired to help him do a job, but he hasn't told us what the job is, and we were on the road when we saw Butte Springs getting attacked, and we jumped in to help.
As useful as you could be. Do you know who he's been sent by? You can confirm that.
I was not told who he's been hired by. I've just been told that they had a job and I need money.
Roll a persuasion or deception check.
Oh, they're both the same.
Yeah,
I'll go with persuasion.
You're on either side. Your choice. Okay.
8.
She, you can see her brow furrows more. There's an annoyance that has kind of passed over her. She says, Peril, we need to decide what we do with you. I understand we all have missions and we all have things that we're working on, but you can't step into my territory and not be useful. If you have no information for me now, maybe you can gather some for me. What is your plan here? What is the outcome you are looking for?
My outcome is to find any sort of magical artifact or artifact that I deem useful and sell it to the highest bidder.
Indeed, sell it to the highest bidder. I understand. Are you on to a magical artifact? Is there something that I am stopping you finding?
Not currently. I was hoping to come across something by joining Furin's band.
Well, unfortunately, Vaughn has made a bit of a slip-up. I don't understand who the rest of this party is, what their concern is, how they've ended up here. But if they are useful, then we must find information from them, more useful information from them, Peril. Because otherwise, I find it very difficult to find a use for you.
He will I'm trying to think of a way I can be useful without betraying the people I'm with.
Yeah.
Currently, I can't think of any way of doing that without betraying their trust, and I don't feel like I can do that to them. Though I don't know what I'm betraying because I don't know what the mission is, what they're intending. I'm just here to help out.
She kind of looks kind of waiting. She's like, well, we need to come up with some plan then, don't we? Because otherwise, we're all a little bit screwed, aren't we? Your leads go dead, and I have to remove all your little friends. So, I can give you more time to find information. I can throw them all back into a cell for another night to starve away. You can go and whirl away and find a little bit more to become a little bit more useful for me, Peril. That would be an idea. Or you cut your losses. Cut your losses. Cut your losses, and we redeploy. I don't have to send you back to the cell. If you need to find another lead somewhere else, your choice. I can put you back in with them, and you can find out information and maybe loosen some of their tongues, because they're all sticking to this story that nobody knows what's going on, which is, let's be honest, bullshit. Or we cut our losses here, you come back, and I remove the rest of them. One has already made a deal. It won't look so odd if another one does. Your choice of how you want to play this. If there are leads that can be worked out from, honestly, whatever these group are, they seem completely lost, then go for it. But one has already made a deal, and there would be no shame in having you make a deal and us working something out from there, or you indeed going in, spending another night, working out, finding some more information, proving yourself more useful, and then coming back to us tomorrow.
He'll be not thinking all this over, and he'll sit back on. Well, we can't sit back in the chair; it's on the stool. He'll sit on the stool, and I think he feels like he's stuck between like a hard decision of like making a deal and not making a deal. And he's probably getting a little bit stressed, so he's gonna like put his hands on the table and just, I don't know, just to like to put some pressure to feel grounded, and he'll go, information wise, I don't have anything now.
Well, I can help loosen their tongues. If you're willing to listen, I'll throw you back in the cell with them all this evening, and don't worry, I've got a plan to loosen them all up.
What if you were to let us go and we stay in contact, and I could give you more information down the road?
There's no way we can just let... I need some more information. The fact that the Kingsguard have turned up on our doorstep at the point that we are making a raid is very, very unusual. And I'm not sure that we can just let this pass without something being paid, but we can make it look like there is an escape, perhaps, if that helps with your cause. But someone will have to pay the price. Like I said, there is information that we need to squeeze out first, and then we can look at ways of making a deal. You get some useful information out of them this evening, after I loosen their tongues. Tomorrow we find a way of it working out for you all.
Yeah, give me another evening, and I'll see if I can drag up what the mission is.
We need to find out as much from as many of them as possible, and then we'll see how useful they have been and your leads are. And if they're not useful, then they go. No harm lost.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Perfect. So, as much information as possible. I need to know who's working, how they found out where we were, where we would be, at the time of the attacks, and which factions are siding against us.
I will try to get that information.
Try very hard, Peril. Try very hard. So she looks to the Thunderclaw as he clears his throat and orders the Talon guards come back through. She says, "You look a little too pretty for my liking." She gives you a little tap on the face, just like a side clock of the jaw. And it was like for him, just like a slight little move, but it probably rocks your jaw as you're like, fucking hell. And he is definitely going to give you a black eye. Doesn't cut, doesn't do anything else, but you can feel already that the side of your face is starting to swell. And he goes, for the story. As the guards come in, go tie up your hands again, and then they send you back off out into the holding cells. As you make your way out and down around, they go and send you into a holding cell with Willow, Merrin, and Gimbar. There is no sign of Zilna in this cave as you are joined up, as they will close off the door and then go through to collect Thorn. So if you could send Weaver in, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yep.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
So, you are the last man standing in this cell. Everybody else has been returned to other places or murdered. Who knows? As the door of the stone door gets pulled open and left open, as two guards pull you out and go to take you up and up the main stairway. They take you out into the main thoroughfare, up the first set of stairs, and then stop you in front of this large cave entrance. So you're about 20 foot up, but you'd fall down 10 foot and then fall down 10 foot because it's like a storied thing. And they stop you there as the two guards push you down onto your knees whilst you're kind of got your hands tied. It's coming out from the cave mouth, walking towards you, are the two things you've seen. Varanthos, the elf, who has her long sword sheathed into its holder, and the dragonborn beast, that is Thunderclaw, him holding his axe in two hands as they come out to meet you, as you are kind of being forced down onto your knees with two Talon guards either side. She looks down at you and says, "So, Thorn, we've spoke to your little band of merry men. Done a very good job of keeping them all tight-lipped. Maybe not as good as you maybe thought you had. Anything you'd like to confess now before we get into this, or are you going to make it difficult?"
We've been over this.
You're just a merchant hiring other mercenaries with all the gold that you have from working in the south, but not linked to them anymore, and you accidentally bumped into an assortment of people and ended up in Butte Springs. That's still the story, right?
Let my people go if you want to talk more. Until then, I have nothing to say.
But this is the problem. They're not talking. Some of them have let some stuff slip. I mean, there was a meeting, correct? We heard about the meeting, but they wouldn't give any more details. This mystery, you must be quite charismatic, Thorn, just to convince all these people to go to Butte Springs without telling them anything. It's crazy. Come on. Tell us a bit more. Open up. You can save a few of them if you give us a little bit more information. They are sticking to their stories.
Thorn just spits on the ground in front of him.
Well, I did fear that this is where it would go. And really, there's only one way to loosen their lips, but you're lucky. I will say you're lucky. Thunderclaw here is a warrior of honor. He's heard good things about you. Many stories about your prowess in battle, the way you wield an axe, some of the many battles that the King's Guard had won over the years, and the great is it the stone they called you, something like that? Kind of in the pebble, although it might have been about your bald head, but quite enamored with you. So he's asked to be the one to put you to the test.
Thorn just looks the dragon up and down.
As he looks at you, he has his axe. He kind of just like put it down the staff as he does kind of note back to you. Yes, Thorn, I've heard many stories of your prowess with an axe in battle, and I am a warrior of great honor, and one that needs to test himself constantly. I would like to face you one-on-one, if you would agree, as your parting gift from me to you.
Well, don't just stand there, lad. Hand me my axe.
Excellent. As Vanderfall says, well, if that's what Thunderclaw wants, then guards, go and get him set up. As they pick you up to your feet and start to take you down out into the main courtyard area where you had been the first day, where you were interrogated the first day. The two guards keep you pinned to the ground, and you can see that there are still the like 6 or 7 stakes that are placed in the ground, and you can see that as you are kind of like forced down, some of the guards go off and start getting some bits, and the 2 or 3 of the other guards came in about 20 or 30 foot back, start setting up like some tables, some small tables and some chairs. There are 3 chairs that are set out with small tables put in between them, some glasses and stuff start getting bring out, and then as you're pinned, the door opens or they open the door to the prison cell and start pulling out the rest of the party who are shackled up and placing them against the stakes that are there in the ground. You see a crowd starting to build up around you as well. As you know, as they bring them out, not all of them are present, but you see a group of kobolds, of orcs, of talons starting to build up now as they know what is coming. They've seen this spectacle before. You will be given your axe, so I would like you to prepare yourself, but we shall grab everybody else and give them the good news that you are being pulled out into the main arena area. I don't know if you want to pop back and tell them all to pop back.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The dwarf is dead. Nice.
No, all right.
So, 4 of you. 4 of you are within a cell. The door of the cell the stone gets pulled to one side as you see a spectacle building out in front, a circle forming as you are one by one grabbed by some talons. The 4 of you that are pulled out are Willow, Gimbar, Merrin, and Peril. You can see being held on his knees in the open area is Thorn. He's been held down by 2 of the guards, holding him at his knees, and you can see opposite him the half blue dragon, this dragonborn beast, the Thunderclaw, preparing himself, sorting his armaments out, and having his axe represented to him once he has got himself set. You are all individually dragged out and not popped onto spikes, that sounds funny, but as you were held the first earlier today, popped onto your knees, so your hands are bound behind you, and your hands are like hooked behind a post, like a wooden post that is there. So you are kind of on your knees with your hands tied behind your back, and you're kind of hooked up against it. So you are free to sit on your legs, but you cannot move your arms further forward. You're kind of pinned there. Zilna, you are brought out to the top of the cave as you hear there's a commotion and something going on. as the orcs, the dragonborn, the talons are all building up around whatever is about to happen.
So we see him. Okay.
Yeah, you see him.
Willow will shout out.
Yep.
I'm assuming he's all tied up and
Yes.
about to get hurt. Okay, so she will shout out to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, I demand it.
You get bashed in the back of the head.
You also giggle afterwards.
Yeah. You get bashed in the back of the head by the butt of one of the talons that are holding you. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's a big butt.
Yeah. They've got like sword butts. So you are all... Oh, sorry. So the four of you, as you look down, look across, sorry, you can see the four of you that are there and held against these posts. Merrin, Willow, Peril, and Gimba, all set about 5 foot apart, all held back. As you look round, there is, as for where you're sitting, no sign of Zilna. Zilna, from up on above, where you've come out of this cave entrance, you can see down and see the rest of your party being held here, and Thorn being held down in the middle of this arena. You also will see just slightly at the bottom of the at the bottom of the picture there are the 3 chairs with small tables that have been set out. I'll push them a little bit further back because they will be a little bit further back, where they have been provided with some wine. There's some pictures that are pulled out there, and sat down in the center is Varanthos with her sword sheathed down to her side. To your right hand side, so to the top of the screen, there is a bronze dragonborn, also highly armored, sat down. And then to the south, to the right hand side of Varanthos, your left hand side, if you look at her, is a not as big as big as Thunderclaw, but another one of these dragonborn beasts, wings tied in. You can see that these are like half dragons, and this is a incredibly mean looking gold horned, like plated horned black dragonborn. Willow, as you are picking out and looking across, you know and have seen this face before. Do not need to roll any checks. Undeniable, you know exactly who that half-black dragonborn is, or that half-black dragon is. You have seen them before, and they do not bat an eyelid at your presence there. But as you see them, you will. There's a shock moment of this recognizable face across the way. As you are all pinned down, you hear Varanthos stand up, and address the rest of the crowd here. I won't put them all down, but you can imagine around you and on the sides of the banks here, there's kobolds that are getting ready. There's dragonborn, there's talons, the half-orcs are here. They're ready to see something. They're assuming a fight. As one of the talons comes through and gives Thorn his axe, his grey axe. As Varanthos stands up and just says, "Talons, allies, here we have found somebody snooping around. The King's Guard sticking their nosing where it isn't wanted. And unfortunately for these unlucky individuals, they're unwilling to tell us what's going on, why they turned up. It's a coincidence, apparently." And you hear a few of the talons start to have a little chuckle in the ground. "Well, unfortunately, we can't handle coincidences here, nor people that stand in our way. So, we must remove our King's Guard threat and see if our friends can loosen their tongues a little. I promised you all a show, and you've all been waiting to see Thunderclaw in action, and he is willing to abide." And she looks to Thunderclaw and says, "Thunderclaw, over to you." As you hear some of the kobolds like, yeah, start cheering as they can feel that, yeah, this big half dragon beast kind of loosens himself up and whines as his wings start to flap out a little bit as he stretches. As he then Thunderclaw turns around and says, wait, We must have a fair fight. Come on, look at him. And neither of you, other than taking a long rest, haven't taken. What's your hit points looking like, Thorn?
21 of 33.
Nice. He said, look at him. Not only is an old warrior, but he's weakened. I do not want any aspersions cast on my ability to take down the great warrior like Thorn Varric here. Bring out the healer. And you see from through the crowd get dragged out and being pushed forward. In manacles is a cleric that gets shoved out into the middle behind you, Thorn, as the talents with him takes off his manacles, and he says, "Cleric, you're already in enough trouble. I'll let you cast magic this one time. Heal this man." And this cleric is going to place his hands on you and cast Cure Wounds enough times over the 6 seconds to take you to full health. So Vaughn, if you would like to put your health up to your full HP. This cleric, as he turns and drags out, you can see is bedraggled, is cut and bleeding a little bit. Looks like he has been here maybe the same amount of time you have. Willow, can you give me a investigation check, please, or a insight check, please?
Yeah, it's a 1.
A 1?
I was going to do investigation, the other one that you said, but insight. No, I did investigation as you said insight.
Oh, yeah, but
I was
you rolled a
on
1
insight.
anyway.
No, I wouldn't, because that's a different thing. I got -1 to investigation. I've got +2 to insight.
So it would be a 4.
Yeah. 4?
That's what I mean. It's
It's worth arguing over.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to buy you time.
Willow's head gets dropped off. Okay, and the cleric gets pushed out back through the crowd, manacled back up, thrown back into a cell. As Thorn, you are healed back up. As everyone chants around, the talons that are standing behind each of you lean forward and say to each one of you, not quietly, but each of you will get given the same message. Do not try to interfere. If you move, I have orders to stab you in the back. And they all, as they kind of deliver this message, ready their swords up like on their arm, place the blade between like just below your spine, like, just so it would an easy slice into your ribs would puncture your lung easily, probably damage some pretty vital organs. As you are all kind of pinned there, you now have a point of a sword, each of you, raised to your back as you are kind of forced to sit upright and look at what's going on in front of you. Thorn, can you roll initiative, please?
Yeah, let's go. 4.
Good start. So you are given, you are given your axe. I'll move these guys back to where they would like me to be to give you some space to go. Let me push that up higher, push that down. Ooh. Should be enough. 4. Roll real dice. I rolled only an 11. So you see Thornton, as he looks towards you, holds his axe up, readies himself, as he says, Thorn Varric, this is a great honor for me. I will give you a warrior's death. As he's gonna just swing around with his sword, with his axe at you, which is a dirty 20 first off.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. As you take 10 points of slashing damage. Big slash across you, draws, goes to like draw blood straight away, big hit. He has a second attack, but he uses it to finesse up as he spins his axe around to everyone and just like raises his gladiator style, turns his back on you. As a cheer goes out from the kobolds and the dragonborn around him, as he like, gives a little roar out to the crowd, having one big swing, drawn blood from you straight away. You can see that he is incredibly confident in his abilities. As Thorn, you are up.
Thorn will say more to himself than anyone else. My Elira, I'll see you soon. And then we'll take a swing with his axe. Charge right up and take a swing with his axe.
Nice.
What are my pluses again?
Do not know.
That one will be a 17.
17 meets it, beats it. Yeah, with his rough armament and his hide, as you swing. 17 is an armor class.
That is the one dice. Which one is a D12? That one is a D12. That will be 8 points of axe damage.
Yep.
And because we've had a short rest, I have 1 action surge.
Yep.
So just going to go for it. Nope. So as he hits him the first time, comes up, swings again. And that one is only a 15.
15 misses. But yeah, thought you charge up straight in. Bang! Get him once. You find a way through, chip into the scales of this beast. As he kind of notes you come round, goes for the second, he's alive. Just bats his wings, lands back a little bit and dodges out of the way. As he looks at you and says, still some fight left in the old dog, I see. As he's then going to come back at you. First attack is likely going to miss. It's only a 13.
That one is a miss.
And then we'll take his second attack against you this time at 16.
Also a miss.
Big swing, one. Big swing again as you can just, the rest of you are watching as Thorn is dancing back through the mud here, keeping himself. Thorn is a strong old fighter. As he swings and misses twice, you see a Thunderclaw say, I will not underestimate you, old man. Up to you.
And this time, Thorn will take a swing at his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go low. Try and chop the tree down.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
That is a 14. So
14 misses.
Also a miss.
Yep.
I suppose I will bonus action second wind now. Get it out of the way. That's a D10 plus 3, 6 points of healing.
6 points of healing, nice. As he sees it, he goes, dealing yourself, old man. I've not even got started. As he is going to take another 2 swings at you. That is a 18.
Yeah, that's
12 points slashing damage. And then second attack. Bounced off my damage dice and rolled to a 2, so misses. First one, big chunk in. Second one, confident, goes up and over, down into the ground. The rest of you feel the ground shudder slightly as his axe slices into the mud, hits the rock bed below as he readies himself back, spraying the mud up at you, Thorn, as you get covered after just being hit. You can see there's an enjoyment on Thunderclaw's face now as the fight is starting to. He's taken some damage, the adrenaline starting to pump through him. You can see he's getting into this fight.
For this turn, Thorn will feint with his axe, but actually swing with his other hand for an unarmed attack.
Nice.
That is actually in that 20.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Unarmed strike damage is 4, so doubled is 8.
Nice. As you swing, miss. This big fist comes in again. In a fist attack, not normally one that's going to do as much damage as he thinks to himself, but as you catch him right in the right place as he's on the defend from the axe. Tricksy little fuck, aren't you? Let's do this. As he is again going to just kind of wail away with this axe. That's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's almost max damage. That's 15 slashing damage.
I am well past bloodied.
Well past bloodied. As he is then going to take the second one. That is only going to be a 14. So I assume a miss.
Yeah, that is a miss.
As he swings, first one again, big chunk. Second one swings round, misses you again. As he looks up and he says, "You seem to be bleeding. Come on, you must have more. Bring it."
Thorn will just say, Let's finish this, lad. And then take another swing, again aiming at the knees with the axe.
Yep.
That will be a 24.
24 hits, yeah.
And that will be 8 plus 3, 11 points of axe damage.
11 points of axe damage. Nice. He just goes into bloodied. You've hit him. As again, he looks down. You can see he's been. Also, he has this. His armaments that he's wearing are like gold designed one. It's his hide that's giving him his defense here. But he is wearing this like white tunic. And again, as his blood drops down and starts to stain it, as he looks down to you and says, "Making me bleed now. I like this." And it's going to take his 2 attacks. You're well past bloodied, right?
Yes.
He has improved criticals, so he gets a crit on the 19. That is a crit. I rolled low on the dice though. So that is 16 points of slashing damage.
And Thorn is down.
Thorn is down. As you go down,
I'm crying.
As you go down, he kind of looks around and says, "See, the greatest fighter that the Island Kingdom can bring is taken down this easy. The Talons will rule for a long, long time." As he raises his axe and is going to go for another attack on you. You are down, so it's a crit as he goes down. So you will take 2 death saves.
Mm-hmm.
As he whacks his axe, leaves it almost like hanging out of Thorn's body as he puts his foot on your head and looks towards you all as Varanthos stands up, looks at the rest of you stood that are all held down there and say, "I suggest you come up with new stories here, otherwise you'll end up like your friend here." She looks at Thunderclaw and says, "Do it." As he's going to action surge and take his last attack against you. That is a nat 20, not that he needs it. As he's just going to lift his foot up and just slam it down on Thorn's head.
Willow screams no.
As you scream, and go to move, you feel the blade go to pierce in your back as the guy behind you goes, "Do not move." As cheers go up around you, as the rest of you are watching. Zilna, from up top, where you are stood, just watching this happen, you can just, you hear the kobolds cheering, the Dragonborn that are around are cheering, the Talons are cheering, as he steps back, and Thunderclaw just looks around. Says, "With the Talons, we will rule this land under the light of Ram. No one will stand in our way. No one," as he steps back. And then calls over and says, "Remove his body. He's a warrior. We'll give him a warrior's burial." And you hear them all cheering. As you can see behind the 4 of you that are left, can you give me insight checks, please, about the 3 people that are watching? Zilnara as well.
17.
17.
18.
That one, baby.
Rolled the wrong thing and got on that 20, so let's roll an actual insight check.
You can just add the insight to it if you want to.
17.
Oh, nice.
Well, if I just add the insight to it, then it's still a 20 because I got no insight.
That's good. So apart from Gimba, so the rest of you, as you look out, as you see him step back and spinning around, you can see that Varanthos and this black dragonborn are very pleased with themselves. You can see they're enjoying it. You can see that the bronze dragonborn looks a little uneasy at the situation that's unfolding compared to the other 2 that are gleeful. Varanthos, as she catches you guys checking, apart from you, Zilna, she looks at the 4 that are in the stakes. She eyeballs each one of you. You feel that she's staring into your soul. She wants to see the pain on your face as you look down and see the body of Thorn minus a head being dragged out and off this field as the Dragonborn and the Talons and the Kobolds are cheering and screaming and drinking and enjoying this scene that's happened in front of them of someone that's come against them. At that point,
I'm just there with my head down, eyes closed, just in meditative state. That's why I
trying to block it out.
have insight.
Yeah, just trying to block it out. You are.
Willow locks eyes on the black dragon thing.
It pays you no mind.
I'm just in a state of shock. The tears are no longer falling. I'm just like mouth agape, eyes open.
Cool. You are, as the celebrations carry on, you are all grabbed and picked up, dragged back into the cell you're in, thrown back into the cell, door run over as you hear a party ring out for at least the next couple of hours as they are celebrating the death of this traitor here at the hands of Thunderclaw. And I really need a wee, so we will take a break there.
Thank God I wasn't attached yet.
Weaver, you robbed me of a moment.
What?
Later on, if we're in a tavern, Gimbal's going to get drunk and attack you for leading us into a trap. He's going to blame you and start attacking you.
You can't talk ill of the dead either, so you can't even blame him now.
Can't believe Weaver's done this on like the fourth. Wait, hold on. It's the fourth session.
Third?
It would have been like the 7th, but we skipped 3 weeks.
Ah. Well,
I'm
you've
guessing
ruined
you're
the
the
mystery.
skinny half-orc / Gith character next.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
How long have you had this thought of?
Ages. I think we decided to do it before we'd finished campaign 1.
Really? So you had the idea of having Thorn and then gone straight into this?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm furious.
Hi, Furious. I'm Dan.
Oh, you're living up to Weaver the Snake.
Yeah? Can you believe he's calling me a snake and then he already knew he was going to die this session?
I think we all know that the real snake is Zilna.
Oh, 100%.
True. True.
Make a tails come.
He's very quiet up there on that platform by himself.
He's probably clapping.
Herb's not gone for a piss. He's going to confer with Hayward about what happens next.
Yeah.
Watch out, Reese. He's probably coming for you next.
Yeah.
Who?
Hayward.
Hayward.
Mate. I want to ask some questions, but I don't know.
To who?
Just everyone. I'm curious to know what was said in their meetings.
You can ask in character whether you get the answer or not.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, anyone could be lying about what they
Zilna.
think.
He's up by himself.
Cheering with the
Yeah.
kobolds because he is little as well.
Counting his money.
Little gang.
Wow. Fuck around and find out, guys. Wicked. I mean, I realised you guys probably could have had little breaks when you were chatting. Did anyone else need to disappear, or was it just me?
I think
Hayward's gone to,
Cry.
plan with you about how to kill us.
Yeah.
What are you on about? What are you on about? Poor little Zilna.
He's not poor anymore, is he? He's rich. Mercantile.
One sec.
bastard.
Rich
Huh?
beyond his wildest dreams. Rich beyond his wildest dreams. Beep, 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 beep.
Say we're back.
Yeah, you just got back to his desk.
Oh, did he? Sorry. I was just enjoying myself.
I'm back.
Convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Secret conversations.
Damn it, Herb.
What?
It's like
Quick-
kill
quick
Kim
phone
Jong.
call.
Don't give us what, you traitor.
I've not been a traitor at all. I've not said a single word that would jeopardise anything.
Nobody said anything.
I asked this question as he walked past my room and he had a smile on his face. He's lying. He's lying.
Not.
We can't have IRL interactions here. That just ruins the mystique.
It's cheating. Cool. So, you are all thrown back into the cell, all together, apart from Zilna. Peril, Merrin, Gimba, and Willow are pushed back in. Stone gets pulled across the door as you are left for the rest of this day. You can hear outside that celebrations are going on, that clearly the camp is happy about the raids, about what they've collected, about whatever they've gone through and done, removing people that they don't want in the camp. And there is a small celebration. There is a celebration of how good they are, clearly, at what they are doing, going on whilst you are all sat together. Is there anything you guys would like to confer on, as you will be spending the night here? So you can long rest. Includes you, Zona, as well. You can long rest as you will be left for the rest of the day and night.
Can I get some clarity on something? Because I know I did comprehend languages and we didn't use it, but it occurred to me after it was mentioned twice. I was reminded that I probably can't cast spells without my thing, can I?
Without yes,
or my sword. I'm not quite sure how it works.
What is your focus? It will say what your focus is.
Oh,
somewhere.
Does it?
Probably. It will say somewhere, but well, we can look it up.
That's fine. Don't have a focus.
It's a grimoire usually for a wizard.
Yeah.
Is it because I'm doing an old class?
No, for an old thing. That's fine. There wasn't anything extra I gave you anyway.
Can I use my tremor sense to see if Zilna's plodding around on stone like us, or a nice plush carpet?
You can't. All you know is if there's footsteps, not whose footsteps they are. But it feels like he's skipping and singing. I feel happy, or I feel lucky.
He's got a nice warm bed, fluffy pillows.
I will not add to this lies.
You can hear the lovely noise of Rufus's feet pattering above you.
Willow likes this.
Can I hear the footsteps of servants going to the room?
No. You can feel You can feel that there are footsteps happening. You can hear the merriment of the camp as, yes, they enjoy the evening. You four are left. If there's anything you would like to do or talk to each other about, then now is the time. You will get the chance to long rest, but you're being left here overnight as the camp enjoys itself. Celebrates.
I think we should speak, because we're obviously going to get interrogated again. But beforehand, can I just do a check around us to see, is there anything or anyone that could be listening into conversations that we have?
You can see outside. Give me a perception check.
Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. From the gap in the window you have to look out and around, you can't see that there's any guards. If there's someone was stood right up against the wall and listening, you wouldn't be able to see them. You can only perceive so far out of the window. But as you're looking out, it looks like the camp are having a party.
Okay. I'd still like to speak in hushed tones.
Okay.
I can't believe what we've just witnessed. What on earth did everybody say in there to make that happen?
I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm just a bartender. That old film had a death wish. Went straight into a trap. And he got us in this state.
How are we going to get out of it?
Well, I don't know about you, but they were asking why we were here. I said that we'd been hired by Thorn, and now I'm worried that that might have been one of the reasons that he was attacked.
He was attacked because he wanted to be attacked. No, feels clearly I did death wish. I just said we were on a mission to find something.
Where's
and it was Thorn
Zilna?
that hired me.
Where is Zilna? Did we see him when we were outside? We saw him above us or not from where we were standing? We didn't see.
Probably not. Or nothing.
No, because you would have been pushed. You would have been the way you were. You would have had. You would have had to crank your neck. All the way
Yeah,
around,
so
but the
he
way
was
that the
behind
talons
us above.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he would have seen
Okay.
all you, but you wouldn't have necessarily seen him.
Well, that's a question, isn't it? Why isn't he here with us? Have they killed him already, or is he working for them?
It could be to sow seeds of distrust.
I mean,
You think too highly of him.
We don't know him.
I
he
don't
works.
know any of you.
Oh, no, that's true. But he works for a mercantile, doesn't he? He's, better gold than he's anyone's. That's what they're about. That's all they're bothered about, money.
I feel after we've seen what we've seen, I don't know about you guys, but I am not willing to die here. I don't see what we have to gain by not telling them. Maybe not the whole truth, maybe a half truth, but
Oh, you remember what was said in that meeting?
I don't want to die.
What would the half truth be?
We could say that we could tell them that because the man who ran, what was his name? The man who ran Brute Springs sent a letter for help to whoever's in charge, and we could just say we were sent to investigate the letter. We don't have to mention factions. We don't have to mention any
Well-
bigger goals.
Well, that just means we've been lying all along, doesn't it?
We could say that the letter was sent from, what was his name? Christopher
Silverbrook.
Silverface or something, yeah. The letter
Yeah.
was sent from Silverbrook to Thorn, and Thorn then took us here. But I didn't tell them that, so like you say, Gimbal, they'll know that we were lying. Although, to be fair, I didn't feel I was doing a great job at being deceptive at the time anyway.
I mean, I said I
Well,
wasn't. I did mention, sorry, Marion, but I did
No.
mention that we ended up at the castle. But I also said we were looking for something from pirates or smugglers. That's what I said to them.
I just cried. It was very, very, very stressful.
Mhm.
I informed him that we were all hired to do a task, and that I am personally a treasure hunter.
You don't
Sorry.
look like a treasure hunter. I'm sorry.
Looks can be deceiving.
Do you keep your no, not in character. That's not my character. I do not make a joke about you keeping your treasure in your hat.
Mm-hmm.
I might have a rabbit or two in there.
No, I didn't say it. That was out of character.
So as a collective, we have told them that we have been hired for a task. We have been to the keep where Silverbrook was, and that Thorn hired us. I've only been dead 5 minutes, I've forgotten his name.
Wow.
And we don't know where Zilna is. Is that a fair summary of the situation that we're in? A letter was sent to Silverbrook to Thorn, perhaps?
Sounds about right.
Yes. I
Okay.
think we can give them the half truth.
So a letter was sent. Thorn hired us. They will ask who the letter was sent to, though, but we can say we don't know.
Yeah,
I've
we
already
can say
said-
A letter was sent from Silverbrook. Thorn hired us to investigate the letter to help Silverbrook for what was happening here.
But what if Thorn told them different, or Zilna?
Well, Thorn's dead, and Zilna 4 verse 1. In terms of story, I don't know. We have to try something.
Either way, I don't see any reason why they should let us go. Doesn't gain them anything.
And we can't fight our way out. You saw how many powerful beings, as Willow thinks back to the Black Dragon, were out there, and the kobolds. We struggled to fight a number of them, and we saw how many were out there celebrating.
I mean,
They also don't have a reason to kill us, other than to keep us quiet.
Or that we're of no
Exactly.
use to them.
they
Or
don't need a reason not to kill us.
why don't we become useful to them?
I cannot work for these people. They are evil.
All you got to do is lie.
I cannot lie. It goes against who I am as a person. I'm all about honesty. Fuck's sake.
Well, you're screwed then.
Yeah. Maybe I will take an oath of silence next time.
I mean, I guess feigning allegiance to them might be our only option now to get out of here.
If you can't lie, just tell them the half truth and don't say anything else.
But what if they want us to kill people to prove that loyalty? I don't think I can do that.
I don't. They've got no one. They do, don't they?
They're the villagers that they brought back with us.
All I need to do is as much good as I possibly can with causing the least amount of harm. I don't want to kill villagers either.
I just want to drink.
Perhaps we start with the letter to Thorn. He hired us, we came here, we went to the keep to investigate Silverbrook, we helped them, and now we're here. And we are strong fighters, and
Yes.
feigning allegiance may be something that you guys can offer.
Well, Merrin brings up a good point. They may want us to execute people to prove allegiance, and that's not something I'm willing to do.
Okay, so what do we do if they make us do that then? Because I'm not doing that either.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you're packed.
Then I guess that's as. I guess we're the one's going to be killed. Pretty screwed
Maybe
out, aren't
only- Maybe only one of us has to do the killing.
Are you volunteering?
Maybe you could ask them for a wonder fireballs to do such things.
I would do anything for a Wonder Fireballs.
Don't make me kill you off camera.
We perhaps if they put that to us, we offer a different kind of job, a double bluff if you like.
Such as.
That we get information from Silverbrook and report it back to the Talons.
Silverbook's
we
probably
would-
dead.
Well, someone else that they want us to, offering a mission where we're not having to execute an innocent villager, becoming more useful with information that we can share without sharing why we're
Why
here.
don't we say we'll look into who got the letter? Because we know who got it. But we could
they'd give us a minder, someone to watch to make sure we're doing that.
Again, another good point. Let's just start with telling them about the letter,
Yeah.
why we're here.
And then cross the paths of possibilities afterwards. But I think
Yeah.
we're all in agreement. We will not kill villagers innocently.
I'm not.
but we will offer to help in some other way to be useful, perhaps with intelligence gathering, because we can get out of that somewhere along the line.
Yes.
Agreed?
Yes. Agree.
Merrin?
I nod.
I will say a prayer if everybody would like to take my hands. I'm not a cleric, but I will pray for Thorn. May he be with his beautiful dead wife.
No, I'm not taking part in that. He got us in this mess.
I will bow my head in respect for all he did throughout his life, including his wife, Giggity.
Nice.
I will join.
You guys are down in the cave and prayer. Zilna, you got free run for the evening, baby. So we'll rejig the order. So as you guys are in the cave, I'll ask you all to bugger off again. So me and the gnome can work out what's going on and what he does in the camp whilst not in the prison cell.
Can we long rest now?
You can long rest now, yeah. And then I'll get Hayward to send you guys in as we are required.
Okay.
Nice. So, Zilna, we can roll back to literally as you are watching you're watching all of this camp cheer, start celebrating as you watch Thunderclaw stamp down on Thorn's head, ending his life there in the arena, and the eruption, the cheering that comes out from all the people around you is quite horrific in what's happening. They are celebrating this. You would, in your life, tinkering, spend your life away from the front lines, as it were. This is maybe one of the first times you've seen an act of violence like this. It kind of makes you stop. You rolled your 20, as it was, to see the three characters that are moving off: the half black dragon, Varanfos the elf, and then the bronze dragonborn. As everyone clears off, you see that your party members get taken in and thrown into their cell again. As everybody starts their celebrations, they are gonna party on into the night, it seems, as they offer you drinks and try to get you in on the merriments. So you have some time to kind of move about or find certain people, ask certain questions, go and find certain items, whatever you want to do. But whilst this camp is in this state of flux, in this state of party, there's a chance for you to get some information, ask some questions, maybe find some people, whatever would come to your Zilna's mind to do in this evening.
Okay, so what was I given back?
You were given back your everything except I think you could have got away with getting everything back except the pistol.
Okay,
that would have been like,
that's
a weapon that we want to just make sure we keep an eye on. That you're going to try and essentially, it's like it's a bit like Tony Stark built this in a cave. They're like, we'll keep this. You rebuild the thing that you've built before, or build something that we think is going to be useful, but we're going to confiscate the gun, at least until we know we can trust you. But none the wiser, they would have given you back your tools and your gauntlet. Anything that you would have said, well, I need this to make it, you'd go back.
Okay, that's good to know.
And then you can have a long rest, but your best point pre the long rest will be whilst the party is happening, if there's information you want to find or questions you want to ask or people you want to go to, this will be your best time to do it, rather than waiting for a long rest for them all to finish part. Like 8 hours later, they're probably not going to still be hitting it so hard.
Okay. So did I see where all of the three went to that were watching the fight?
They'll go into the cave.
Go separate. Oh, they went all together.
Yeah, they all went together into the cave.
Okay.
So you can see with the cave, as this has all gone down and they've gone in, you can see that that there are guards that sit at the front of this big cave mouth opening. and they let those guys pass through. But yeah, you can see that there is always a guard force at the front of this cave. That they are not involved in the party. Probably a bit peeved they're not involved in the party, but yeah, there is always a guard force at the front of the cave to check who's going in and out.
Okay, and so everyone else is effectively in the cave at the moment, then.
Yeah, those guys have gone in. Everyone else, so it's like a bit of a weird one. The big mouth opening is like the restricted area, if you imagine that way.
Okay.
But there are lots of little caves, lots of housing areas, food areas, drink areas that are in all of on the second layer and the first layer that are where people would stay, where stuff would go on, where your tinker shop would probably be set up. That is not the restricted area. So it's like only through the big cave mouth deeper into the cave is the like restricted areas where that loot pile was. But you were always under guard when you were there. Out in the main pit where just the kobolds, the dragonborn, and the orcs are, it's kind of a free fall. You can move between those places without guard or trying to get past guards.
I think first of all I will. So have I got a guard with me at all times at the moment, or is it I've got
not you feel like you probably would, not tonight.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, as you're moving about, you realise that like people are just trying to, like, the kobolds and stuff. This camp is a hodgepodge. As you look round, it's a mix of like orcs that are clearly being paid to be here, or half orcs that are being paid to be here. There are dragonborn, there are kobolds, and then there are talons. There are a lot less talons than there are dragonborn, than there are kobolds, and there are things. So the talons are the smaller force, but they're the well-armed force. But it's a proper hodgepodge of different people that are all or hired mercenary guards, whatever it is. And as you blend in and move through them, you realise that as you're moving about them, it's really hard. I mean, you're a gnome, so it's a bit easier to spot you because you're a bit smaller than everyone else. But as they all move about, there's no like rank and file or order between them. The only place that you can see that there is some guard force in action, like some checks being made, is at the entrance of that big cave.
I am going to. Which flock I think is going to create with that? Okay. I guess I'll head down to the main area.
Yep.
So, in terms of the prison cells, are they all well guarded on the outside as well?
Not really. There's a big old stone door that's pulled across them, which they just assume that no one's going to be able to move out of the way, or would even think about moving out of the way. But each of the cells could only really hold 5 or 6 people max.
Okay.
So you can see where you were held before. There's a stone door across it, but you can see there's a few as you move around that on this ground floor that there are these big stone doors across. So you can probably see there's probably four or 5 that have got big stone doors across them.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of look around, probably go towards kobold more than anything else, because they seem to be the out of everyone probably the most wild in terms of partying, I imagine.
Yeah.
And I guess try and spark up conversation with. I'll have a look around to see what ones look more merry than the rest, I think.
Okay.
Try and get an idea of, yeah.
Give me a perception check. Trying to judge the sweet spot of drunk enough but not too drunk.
Yeah. That's 19.
19. As you're moving through, you can see that there are some younger, clearly what must be younger kobolds who are like shit-faced, useless, moving around. Then there's a group that you can see have some tools on them that look to be, would you know? But yeah, no, probably not actually. There are some. They have some tools on. They look slightly older, and they're still drinking, but they're like sat around drinking together. They look slightly more war torn. You can see there's a few of them have got like darker, like sooted snouts, and have got like some scaration to them. Some like discoloration to the scales as well. But they're all wearing tool belts as well, similar tool belts to you. And you like these guys look at least you can have a conversation with them rather than trying to catch a little kobold that's just like twising it around.
Would I have been introduced to any of them already then?
I suppose you would have been in. It wasn't a huge amount of time beforehand, but you would have. I don't think you would have, but you would have been told that you were going to be introduced to some kobolds who were going to help you. So you can kind of make an assessment that these might have been the ones and see if you can strike up a conversation that way.
Okay, yeah, I'll head towards them and so I assume you guys are the guys that would be helping me make some stuff. Or
one of them looks up. A few of them look over to you. They're trying to judge, like, oh, we got fresh meat here. Oh, yeah. You what are you? Like some kind of you a trap maker as well?
I mean, I can make traps.
Nice. Yeah, we make traps. We're gonna help you. You're gonna help us. We're gonna make some traps. That sounds like fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, hoping to make some other stuff as well. I mean, I guess you're just going to be helping me with. Well, is it mainly traps you make over here then? Is not really anything else?
Well, I mean, needs must. We're good at traps, so we tend to keep the traps made. But yeah, we can do some other bits. And he looks, he goes, you're new around here, right? And he grabs like the jar of ale that they're sharing and pours out a cup and slides it over to you. It's like, when did you come on board?
Today.
Oh, we got one from Butte Springs. Nice, that's a good raid. Look, we're celebrating. It's good haul. About time that the Dragonborn and the Kobolds set foot on this island.
Well, yes, I'll grab the ale in one hand. I'll go just shake one of their hands in the other hand.
Yep. Yeah, it was a clawed hand. Shake your hand. He goes, nice to meet you. I go, oh, sorry. My name's
as we're shaking
Zaf.
hands, I will say we'll be making more stuff than just traps, and I will do a cheeky. Can I do a cheeky, like, not full on, like, shocking grass from the gauntlet?
Oh,
just to kind of
like
give a little
buzz.
bit of a jolt. It's kind of like a little playful sort of jolt rather than actually full on damaging them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as he goes, hey, I'm Ref Roy. She's like, yay. He's like, there's some fancy gloves. Okay. He goes, Jesus. Oh, well, we can make some fun traps with those. He's like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm Raf. So we're gonna be upgrading our skills. Look forward to it.
I should be teaching you guys a few things, yes.
He's like, well, we celebrate today. Tomorrow, back to work.
How long you been out up here?
Oh, here? Oh, well, we've been here. We used to be here a long time ago. This is where the old city was. But for me, the crew, well, we've been over 2 years, hiding out, burrowing, trying to find the old ruins of Inveref, get the old city back together. So, yeah, we've been sneaking around for a while.
Ruins of Inveref, you say?
Yeah, it's not surprised you don't know. You're not from here anyway. It's this is where the last Dragonborn city was, on the mainland. These caves, the underground workings of what used to be a big old city, but look around, it's not here anymore. It's ruin.
Okay. Oh, I'm assuming you're looking to take it back to its former glory?
Yeah. But we followed the dragon lady, the bronze, Izari, that bronze dragonborn. She brought us over to raise the Inverath from the ashes. So that's what we've been here doing, hiding out, going on these raids when they ask for us. But it's just to get the money, we need to get this city up and going again.
Okay, so the Talons, then, is it have you always been working with the Talons?
No.
You're not a fan of the Talons?
Well, you've seen them, the way they work. It's Izari's business. Not for me to say what we should and shouldn't be doing, But, yeah, we've been working with them for a little bit. They apparently helping us. But they got some business of their own. I don't know what it is. But it seems that elf, she's been calling the shots recently. Although, he kind of looks around. Give me a persuasion check. With advantage, because you're sharing drinks.
That is a 16.
16. He goes to stop, but then goes, I shouldn't really be saying it, but yeah, it looks like that the elf is not necessarily the top dog around here. That black half dragon, she seems to be calling the true shots. Even Azari doesn't seem to get on so well with that one. Zephyrak, that's that one's name. But yeah, they've been Zephyrak, Vanarfrost. They've been basing themselves out of here for a little while. Seem to be calling the shots a little bit, but apparently it's all good for us. We work with them, and we get Inverath back. So part of the deal.
Okay. So, I mean, do you need them?
Do we need them? Nah, I'm a trap builder. I don't know what we need. It'd be good to get back on the mainland. And we gotta build a city from scratch. We're gonna need something, and we need those dwarfs to make sure that they don't come back round. I mean, ideally we'd be back in the Diamond Mountains, but we gotta start somewhere, and if this is what we need to get back on the mainland, this is what we need. We ain't been here for long, and these people around here, they don't take too well to our kind.
Yeah, I say I'm new here as well. It's my first few days on the mainland.
I've seen some of your guys come through from Bryn before, but not many. You leave. You got the little, the city underground, right? The big old spinny. Yeah.
Gaia. Yeah.
Shit. Well, welcome to the big bad world. Let me tell you, people don't like small folk out here. It's fucking crazy. We've been fighting for our lives for way too long. Out in the ocean on a freezing cold little island. I'll do anything I can to get me and my kin back on the mainland.
That's understandable. Yeah. Do you worry about the Talons at all?
They've been okay to us. They they seem to well, and you've seen you've seen the size of that Thunderclaw. They could do some things. You've seen they granted some of my brothers here our own little wing set. We haven't seen winged kobolds for a long time, but they got some power. They're delivering. We're seeing wings on kobolds. We're seeing you've seen the big old lizard things they got. I think they call them drakes.
I think I have seen one. Yeah.
Oh, they're mean motherfuckers.
That is power.
They're
giving.
It's like you wanna be careful next. Whenever you're going into the nursery, you be careful. It's those things they've eaten a fair few of us. Yeah, and he points up to the cave. It's like, yeah, the nursery. They call it the nursery. The orcs, they bring the food in. The food goes in. The food doesn't come out. The prisoners go in. The prisoners sometimes don't come out. But the drakes, they come out. They're hungry little fuckers.
Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah, be careful in
stay
there. He's like, you're the
of
same
them.
size as us. I mean, no offense, my friend. And he points to your belly. He's like, you're a little plump. These drakes, they see meat. They'll fucking eat it.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know.
So yeah, watch yourself in that. But we'll build some stuff. We'll get some traps. For now, we drink. We enjoy ourselves. Tomorrow's another working day. Another place to plunder. Although actually, I don't know where we go from here. To be honest, I don't know what the next plan is.
So, does what happened earlier on happen often? Like the rest of the prisoners, will that happen to them too?
Oh no! Normally that show that was I think that was just for that old human. I don't know. Normally the prisoners, where they either convert, they join the side, they join the rank, become a hunter, become a talent, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, or they become the food.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll have them working tomorrow. Yeah, normally the prisoners come out, they work them, try and find the magic users about them. Their talents they don't like, those magic users. So yeah, they get rooted out first, and then into the nursery they go, and they don't come back out. So the drakes get a nice belly full of food.
I mean, well, it's not really my place to say, but surely, granting wings to kobolds and what they're doing with these drakes, surely it's a bit hypocritical with magic.
Oh, that's not magic. That's not the magic that they're looking at. That's some dragon shit. That's calling upon the spirits. That's going deep into the magic they're after. The magic they're hunting is the fancy stuff that these fucking show-offs come up with, the wands and the sticks. And but this ritual stuff. This is a different kind of magic. You got a lot to learn. Stick around. You'll learn. Don't worry. There's a difference.
Yeah, I say. It's a whole new environment for me.
Well, don't worry. Keep your nose clean. Stick with us. Don't electrocute me again. That was fucking painful. We'll make some,
just a little joke.
We'll make some traps. They the talents. They give good use. They like our traps. They're useful.
I look forward to working with you guys.
He's like, yeah, you too. And he gives you a portion of a drink. He's like, it's going to be good. We celebrate today. Drinks another drink as he starts to lose a bit more lucidness.
Okay.
Cool. The party continues. Anywhere else you'd like to?
I think I'll try and get hold of some form of parchment or something like that to go back up to my room and start sketching out some things. I guess I'm going to have to show some designs to Varanfoss and whatever else.
Yeah, you can get easily enough. You can get some parchment, move around. You get thrown in to like one of the, at least out in this main area, there's like huts, which are definitely kobold huts, but you get thrown in with the orc, some of the half orc hunters, who have slightly nicer like rooms, but they're still bunks. So it's just like small beds made out onto like stone, where you get a sleeping mattress, a pillow, and like a little area to put some stuff. And there's like between 3 to 6 bunks in different rooms that you're in. But yeah, they're just like little hollowed out coves. So when you go in there, you can see that there's other people's stuff in there, but no, the half orcs are out drinking. So you have the evening. Cool. So that'll be the night. We'll go through. You get your long rest in, wake up in the morning around the half orc hunters, and then you will see bright and early as you can hear like a commotion of the guards start moving about as you go off. You like meet up with some of the kobolds, start working on some bits. If you would like, you can keep an eye out for the guys, but you will hear that prisoners start getting moved about in the morning. As like they'll get back into it as the light comes up. Guards start removing prisoners. Some of them get sent out to go and chop wood. Some of them get sent out to like clear latrines and clean up shit. And then the rest of the party will get pulled out back in for interrogation.
Yes, I will keep an eye out for them.
Nice. So yeah, you will say as you're keeping it. Give me a perception check with advantage.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Probably take the first roll. Yeah, first roll's a 19.
Nice. So yeah, with 19, you get yourself set up to work, and you get the kobolds like showing you all the stuff that they've got, like all the different bits and gadgets and springs and stuff they use in their traps, which are going to be the most useful for you for coming up with something. But you get them to do it outside, like in the front, so you can see the movement of people. So with a 19, you'll be able to, you're in a position where if they go to the same place they got taken last time, you'll have sight of each of them as they come through. Is there anything that you would try and signal to them when I pull them in one at a time? Or would you just be... would you be hiding, or would you be signaling, or would you be anything else?
I guess... So I guess all the kobolds are going to be there with me, so it's not going to be easy to signal anything. I have to do it stealthily, right?
Mm. Yeah, but it'd be more just... So you wouldn't be able to run up to them and be like, hey, what's going on? It'd be if there was anything that you would like to show that I can then explain to them that you do a thing, there'd be no reaction to it. It would just be like, I look at them, or like I wave, or whether, I don't know, whatever. I can't think of anything. You need to think of something. But that's what you could do. It would just be something that I can say as you walk past, you see Zilna, and he does this.
What is the effect of that? Can I actually use that for something? When I see one of them, the first one I see, I guess.
Yep.
Try and stealthily send a message to them.
Yes. What would you like the message to say?
I say, I'm still alive. It's not what it looks like. I'll explain when I can.
Okay.
Twitch roll stealth check.
Yeah.
It's got somatic. Oof, that's not good. That's a 7.
Okay. So you can do it. You're just pretty sure that the kobolds hear you doing it.
There's no verbal, it's just somatic.
Oh yeah, how's it?
See my hands.
Okay, it's fine. It goes against their perception of whether they think they know what you're doing. So yeah, you're not sure whether they pick up something weird or not.
Okay.
Could it be on a dice roll?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Can you send in... Who are they going to try and break first? Can you send in... we're doing the same order. Can you send in Kins?
Send in Kins, yeah.
Willow, yeah. Bonjour.
You have to be kidding me.
What?
We're not doing another one by one.
Of course we're doing another one by one. What are you going to do?
Oh my god.
What do you think? You shouldn't have been so fucking useless last time. The party goes on through the night. You get your long rest. And in the morning, close to the first light, the stone door gets rolled to the side. And you get wheeled out back upstairs. As you make it to the top of the stairs with the two guards standing guard over the main entrance door, to the left-hand side, you see a group of kobolds who are pulling apart and pulling a load of gadgets and springs out, and sat within them as you look and kind of see them moving about. You catch and see Zilna is stood there. As he looks towards you, you hear in your mind a message from him that says, I'm still alive. You can see him. That makes sense. This is not what it looks like, and I'll explain when I can what is going on.
Under that spell, if I message him back, he can't then say anything, can he? Because he sent his message. Oh, little shit.
Yeah. So you can say
Okay,
something.
so he said it wasn't. This isn't what it looks like.
This is what it looks
I'll
like.
explain
I'll
when I
explain
can. Okay.
As you were then taken back into the same room you were in before, similar setup as you had last time, but you can feel that the air is there's a little more of a tension in the air as you are sat down with Baron Foss and Thunderclaw again.
Can I just say one message back to him? I know he can't message me back, but I would say to him, the blue one killed Thorn. Remember your alliance. Would just be what I say.
Yep. Cool.
But glad you're alive.
Yes, glad you're alive. Where's your dog?
Yes.
Nice. As you are taking in this time, your hands are not unbound. They stayed tied up as you are stood. There was no chair for you to sit down on this time. As you are stood, and again, Thunderclaw comes and stands alongside Svaron Foss, greets you again and says, I hope we had a good night's sleep after last night's entertainment. Now, shall we start right at the business end? You need to be useful, otherwise you have no place here. Tell me what the King's Guard were doing and what they wanted you to do, otherwise you will meet the same end as Thorn.
I understand. Although let it be known that I still do think it was incredibly unkind and cruel to have killed him in such a way. But I understand that you mean business. Is there any way you can unbound my arms? I'm incredibly uncomfortable.
Well, I'm incredibly uncomfortable having to have this conversation twice, so no, how about again, we get to the chase. Provide me useful information, be useful, or be gone.
There's only so much that I know, but I will tell you what I know.
Mm-hmm.
I was being honest when I said that we were working with Thorn, who you brutally murdered yesterday. There was a letter sent by someone here in Butte Springs, and we were coming to see what was happening up here. So everything I told you was true. I have not been to Butte Springs before. It was a mission. I was going to get some money.
What was the mission to do?
To investigate what was happening here on receipt of a letter from Butte Springs.
Sent by Governor Silverbrook.
Christopher Silverbrook, yes.
And who was the letter sent to? Who brought the letter to you?
I didn't receive the letter. Thorn hired us on the basis of what was in that letter.
Give me a persuasion check.
15.
Nice. Good. See? It's amazing what a little night's sleep will get. So, a letter was in Thorn's hands. How did he assemble a group such of you? Is this the Brotherhood? Just the Brotherhood? I know that the dwarf has some link there somehow. It's quite a strange group to get pulled together, isn't it? So, how has that come about?
I agree, it is a strange group. Although how the others were pulled together for this investigation, I do not know.
So you were pulled together. I know there was a meeting. That's already been let slip. And in this meeting, Thorn, on his own, explained what was going on. Who was his puppet master?
I had not met that person before.
But there was a person. Describe him.
I can't remember what he looked like.
Would you describe him as to what you see in him?
I think I would be very vague.
Okay.
I can do a deception for
Yeah.
how vague I'm being. Yeah.
Yep.
13.
13. Okay. Very good with
Vague
details.
in the sense that it's like, it was an elf
Yeah,
or whatever.
Not very good with details, are we? Not very observant, I suppose. So the Brotherhood willingly sent you on this mission?
Willow didn't read the letter, did she? That Christopher Silverbrook sent.
No, it was like a report.
She wouldn't
that
have read
just said,
it. Yeah.
We think we have seen movements of Talons, movements of Dragonborn on the north coast. What the hell's going on?
Yeah. Okay.
You explained it. Well, it wouldn't have been like you wouldn't have read the report through probably,
No.
but you explained all the detail of the report.
I'm just trying to get as vague as possible for why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the question? The Brotherhood sent you willingly to this mission.
She knows you kind of admitted you're already part of the Brotherhood. So she's like, so
Yeah.
the Brotherhood have sent you here with them.
Well, the Brotherhood were aware that I was helping Thorn based on the contents of the letter to investigate what Christopher Silverbrook had said.
Hmm.
So they knew that I was coming.
Good. Well, I think we have all we need, don't we? As she looks to Thunderclaws, he looks down and says to you, it was not murder. Thorn fought valiantly. He had a warrior's death. He would have enjoyed it. As she says, well, thank you very much, Willow Moonvale of the Brotherhood. We will be in contact with the Brotherhood to find out exactly why it is they are stepping against us here. You've been incredibly useful. As she says, we're done, as you hear Thunderclaw.
Will I now be released?
In a way. As Thunderclaw turns you around towards the door, takes you out, and the two Talon guards again take you off to another, take you off actually, and plonk you down, and tie you to that post you were in and at before. So you've just been left outside for the day.
Brilliant.
You were like, your hands are, the post has got like a hook out on it, and they actually tie you to it this time. Rather than just like behind your back being leant against it, they actually tie you to it. So you're kind of a bit like a stockade. You're tied to this post. Mm-hmm. Lovely. Can you send in Burn, please? Burn, yeah.
Yep.
Gimbar. Hiya.
Hello.
Nice. Morning comes. The door is opened. Willow is taken away by the guards as you are left in there waiting to see what happens. As 5-10 minutes, quite a much shorter period than was before occurs. The stone door is pulled open, and you are taken out as the next person to be spoken to. As you are walked through that middle courtyard, you can see that Willow is tied to those posts you were at before. She is knelt on her knees, hands tied behind her back, tied to that post. There's like a little hook within it. And she is on her knees facing away from you. You were walked behind her as she is just being left out on her knees, tied to this post. You are walked behind her, up the stairs, and go through. As you get to the top of the stairs, you can see there are, to the far left-hand side, if you come up the right-hand side, to the far left-hand side, you can see some kobolds are like pulling apart and sorting out some junk bits. Within them, you can see Zilna is there. As he catches your eye, kind of holds your stare for a second, and then goes back to working.
Can I insight check that?
Yep.
Let's see if I get any.
Yeah. 16. You can see he has, with the 16, you can see he has some wiring within his hands. And you can see he's looking at you and then kind of trying to judge what the kobolds are doing. Looks back at you, and you go to pass by. So he is like, his eyes are longing at you. He kind of checks what the kobolds are doing, and as he looks back, you're starting to turn around the corner and lose sight of him. But as he stares at you, he wanted you to see that he was there.
But did I get any indication of he's sold us out, or
no? All you can see is that he, with the 16 that he had, he had some wiring within his hands, and as he's looked down at them, then looked back and then realised you're kind of going, but he's staying where he is there.
Okay.
As you are taking, much like before, taken into the same room you were in before. The mood is a little different in here. No stool for you, and you are left with your hands bound as you make your way into the room with Varanthos and Thunderclaw. As she says, "So, welcome back. Let's see if you're a little bit more talkative today, shall we? We don't like to have to move, but you must prove useful. You and your brother are causing us quite an issue, and I'd like that resolved as peacefully as possible. So, we know a lot more today than we did yesterday. I'm assuming you've seen your friend. Is there anything you would like to illuminate us with this morning, Gimba?"
My friend, I don't know these people really.
Okay, fine. So, any useful information?
All I can elaborate on is what I have learned from the others while in the same room. It's apparent that Thorn had been sent a letter by somebody in Beat Springs pertaining to wherever the mission was. Maybe it was different from what he told us, I don't know. That's the only other information I can elaborate on.
So there was a meeting, and you were sent on this mystery mission.
That meeting? Not any meeting.
Well, I know there was a meeting now. Let's not play games, Gimba.
There might have been a meeting, but not when I was there.
The meeting of the Brotherhood? Not working for the Brotherhood?
No.
So you...
I told you this time.
You just were picked up along the way?
Yeah, like I said.
And accidentally ended up exactly where your brother was, who is a member of the Brotherhood. Well, smells a little fishy, Gimba. Are we playing games? I mean...
We're not playing games. My brother's a cleric. It would make sense he's in the Brotherhood, but that wasn't something I was aware of.
Well, I can tell you now the Brotherhood have made a huge mistake stepping against the Talons so openly. 2 of their agents, confirmed agents, let's leave you on the pile for now, found interfering with our business in the north with no communication. That's not normally how it works. The Brotherhood doing a little bit of espionage. That's not very good, is it? So your brother's in pretty hot water, Gimba. So I suppose the question is, can you be more useful to help him out?
Would you like me to be useful?
Yes, we need information. Who was the puppet master of Thorn? At this meeting that apparently you weren't at, so maybe you can't even help us with that. Unless you're going to have a change of heart. Maybe you remember you were there.
No, I can't help you if that's what you're looking for.
You understand this means your brother will suffer.
You spoke to me yesterday of loyalty to my brother, my family. If, as you say, my brother is not opening up to you, and I did have information, which I don't, my loyalty to my brother would be not to betray his trust and tell you anything. If I had information, which I don't.
Well, if you're betraying his trust, it means you're hiding something for him. I'm simply asking you to be more useful, to give me a reason to keep him alive.
I say, I've told you all I know. But if I did know anything that my brother knew, which I don't, I was as much surprised as you are that he's here. If he has chosen you, chosen to not tell you anything, I would be loyal to my brother and do as he is.
That's good. You can be loyal together and die together. I think we have all we need. I'm not really needing to waste my time. So at least you'll have that. You can sit side by side.
There's nowhere place I'd rather be.
She gives a nod, and Thunderclaw grabs you, turns you around, and walks you back up to the door, hands you back off to the guards, as you are taken back down to that main area, and next to Willow, plonked down, tied up to the thing. So you're kind of on your knees, hands behind your back, and your hands are tied to this pole that's in the ground there. You're alongside Willow as they leave you here and say, well, get comfortable, you're going to be here a while. As they leave
again,
you
at that
in the
point,
house.
I would close my eyes and again, go meditation, sort of fall back onto my monk training.
Sweet. Can you send in Dan, please?
Dan,
yeah. Baron! You ready to cry?
Is it bedtime?
Nearly bedtime, I know, sorry. You are collected in the morning, third one out. As the door and the stone is moved across, you're taken in. You can see in the main courtyard area, against two of the poles, on their knees tied to them, are Willow and Gimba. Sat on their knees, hands tied behind their back, facing away from you as you are walked behind them. You can see that they are a bit like a stockade being just left outside post their meeting as you are walked up and round. As you get to the top of the stairs, before you enter the main cavern area you went before, you can see there are some kobolds off to the far left-hand side tinkering. As you can see, Zilna is amongst them, as these kobolds are kind of pulling apart bits and pulling out springs and other little gadgets and stuff, as he looks up and catches your eye, and then goes back to working. But he makes eye contact with you, and then you were kind of walked around the corner, so you can see he is alive. As you are taken into the room, much the same as before, you are left cuffed. You are left with your hands tied. There was no stool, and you are stood in the room as Thunderclaw comes and stands behind, puts a hand on your back, as Valanthos looks towards you and says, "Now, are we ready to be more useful this morning? You've seen that we don't have much time for people that are not here to be useful, Merrin. Anything you would like to share this morning?"
I didn't remember much, but I overheard the others talking in hushed tones last night.
Please continue.
They mentioned a meeting.
Yes.
You already knew?
Yes, there was a meeting.
Did what one of them tell you?
Now, Merrin, you were the one that mentioned the meeting. And at this
Did
meeting, I think you did, but let's not dwell on it too much. At this meeting, which we now all know occurred, I hear there was a letter that Thorn was waving around.
Yeah,
but I've been told he had a little puppet master, a little boss was there. But no one could tell me what that person's name was. You didn't know who it was, did you, Merrin?
He had a puppet master.
Yeah, someone who was working with Thorn. Maybe was the one that gave out this mystery mission in the first place.
I assume someone. I assumed someone hired him. Maybe was it not?
I was told there was someone in the room. She gives you the vague description.
The name.
She gives you a vague description, like a younger human, might have been a half elf, brown hair, was wearing like traveller's clothes. Was probably only about early 20s. I've been told all about him, but just haven't been given a name. Come on, Merrin, what was his name?
Was it not Christopher Silverbrook?
No, Christopher Silverbrook. He was the one that sent the letter. Yes, correct. But in the meeting where you all banded together.
I don't understand. There was a letter. We were coming to.
Think, Merrin. It's very important. You want to be useful now, don't you?
I am thinking.
Thorn had a boss at this meeting. I need to know who it was.
I don't know.
Somebody gave you the mission.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a shame, Merrin, because
You
I
said
really
it was
want you to be useful.
You said it was the king's. He was in the king's guard. Could it have not been the king?
Could it have been the king? You tell me. Was it the king, Merrin?
I don't know what the king looks like. I'm from. I'm from.
You need
Ragged.
to.
Why would I know what the king of the south looks like?
Maybe you know it's the king of the south. You're an
Huh?
educated man, boy,
Yes.
and you really want your journals back to prove your daddy proud, don't you? So
I
maybe
do.
Think a
But I
little
can't
harder.
tell
then.
you something I don't know.
Merrin, you're making this very difficult. Trying to find a use for you here. Really trying. I can't see with this information how I give you back your journals. There's just not enough. What else? Come on, Merrin. What else do you have?
Let me. But you knew about the letter. That was the other thing I was gonna say. That there was a letter.
I know about the letter. You've all spoke about the
You know-
letter. I can tell you that. I know it. That's the one piece of information you all agree on. There was a letter. You hear Thunderclaw clear his breath a little bit as he has his hand on your back. He says, Come, Merrin, think hard. Is there anything else you can think of at all?
And whatever or.
Not ever. Useful. You want to be useful. You want to help.
I heard that the Talons are pushing into Anora.
Yes, we are. We are bringing the one word of Ram. We want to. You understand the cause, right? Supporting the true one God. Ridding this corrupting magic. Is this something you think you could help with, Merrin?
Maybe if I was given a chance, an opportunity, what one shot. No.
Don't do it. I'll chop your head off. Give me a persuasion check.
That is a 9.
9.
These plus zeros are really coming in clutch.
Yeah, that's good. You're a proper charismatic group. You can see, as you look up, you can almost see in Thunderclaw's eyes that he's like willing you to say something that's going to help as he turns to Varanfos and says, he has skill with a blade, we know that. He couldn't be worked on. And you can see, give me an insight check. With another plus 0, I'm assuming.
That is a 3 + 1 for a 4.
Nice. She looks back at Thunderclaw and says, he will be a liability. And Thunderclaw like squeezes your like neck slightly just to be like, hey, look, he has skill with the blade and he has a good heart. I can tell that. He's a noble fighter. Let me train him. Let me give him a chance. Like he says, he wants one shot, one opportunity.
To seize everything I ever wanted.
I'm going to kill you, boy. Let me Let me train him. Give him some time, and if not, then we'll make our decision then. And you see, Varanthal says,
thank you.
She shakes her head and she's like, if this is what you want, then on your head be it, Thunderclaw. He nods. And he looks down to you and says, you will work with me now, boy. You will have to train hard. You will have to toughen up. You are too soft on the outside.
I can do that.
Good. You will be useful as we go forward. You have much skill. We will do much good together. Just trust me.
Okay.
Again, he just keeps you held, moves you out as he opens the door, as he says to the two guards, please take Merrin here through to the quarters. He is to become one of my guards, one of my hunters. Put him with my platoon, get him geared up. And then they look at you and look back at him, and he says, that's an order. And they go, nod. And these two guards take you through. They take you out around on the top, like the top layer of this thing here. You don't go further into the cave. You still come out of the cave as they take you through to where their like Talon's barracks are. And these two guys kind of start getting you kitted up. They give you the none of the armaments enough to start with, but they give you the white robes and they give you the gold tie that like is the rope that they tie the robes up together with. They start sieging up for stuff. And he goes to hand you a weapon. And it's just like a basic sword.
Yeah, that's fine. I can use basic swords.
Yeah. And he's like, he gives you this for now. He's like, right, if you're one of Thunderclaw's guards now, then be ready. He trains you hard.
I will.
And he comes out once they get you like kitted up and set up. It takes 20 minutes or so. They look out and you see another guard comes in, who is like your ward essentially. Someone's going to walk you around and get you ready to go for training whenever it's ready that comes in. His name is an elf. He's a half elf actually, so he looks not drow, but is a half elf, probably about the same age-ish as you. And his name is Balin.
Can you spell that for me?
Balen. Yeah. Well, like Balin, but yeah.
Hello, and I hold out I bow graciously and hold out my hand.
And he says, nice to meet you. You from the Underdark, yes?
Yeah. I kind of gesture towards my eyes and my face.
He says, yeah, I am brother from the other side of the continent, originally from Eden, but I've been part of the Talons for some while now. He's like, don't worry, we'll get you ready. But and he kind of like sorts your garms out a little bit. He's like, don't worry, I'll look after you.
Thank you.
As he you are partnered up with this this what would be about the same age, mid-age, mid-20s, half elf Talon hunter. Nice. You kind of not whisk back there. That's it. You're now walked. You get the feeling that you have like free reign kind of the camp and where it is at the moment.
Do I see Zilda around? Oh, well, I suppose I'm in the barracks.
You've seen him already, but he would have seen you move back, but we'll pick up what happens after that bit now.
Okay.
Obviously, it's quarters now. You are getting sorted out, and you're going to be taken out and walked around. But you get the feeling now that as long as you're with Balin, that you can, you have kind of free run of the outside now, of the camp, as you are going to be trained up as one of Thunderclaw's personal hunters.
Okay.
Can you send in Reese, please?
I can do.
All right.
Hello.
Nice. You are the last man standing, right? last one left in this room as you take out, as the stone is moved away. The turnaround of these conversations has been much quicker than they were before, so you wonder like who or what has happened. You haven't heard or seen too much movement, but as the stone is moved away from the door and you move out into the main area, the main compound, you can see tied up to the poles in the central area are Willow and Gimba. They are on their knees with where you all were with the poles, but their hands are now tied here, a bit like a stockade, and they are just that. Gimba has his head down and seems to be in some meditation, but you are walked clearly behind him. Make sure that you can see them, but not close enough that you'll be able to really communicate. As you are walked up and round, you catch sight of Zilna at the top of the stairs as he's working with some kobolds, as he catches your eye as you come up the stairs. As he kind of makes sure that he has eye contact with you, but then goes back to work with these kobolds as you are walked into the same office you were walked into before. And as you get in and the door is closed, the two Talon guards leave. And as they leave, and they leave you with your hands tied, as they go, Thunderclaw removes your binds from your hands. As he says, "Well, that went better than I expected for me. What have you found out?"
From the conversations that we had, we found out that Thorin received a letter from Christopher Silverbrook.
Yep,
who was the mayor of that town.
You see Varenfrost steps in. She's like, "We understand there's a letter, and that's what you guys have communicated. We've been very clear on the letter. What I need to know is, there was a meeting. It's now been confirmed there was a meeting, and it's been confirmed that there was a young male, mid-20s, who was the puppet master of Thorn, his boss. He was the one that delivered the message. If you were in that meeting, I need to know who that person was."
And I ask you, who told you that there was a meeting? I'm not saying that there is one, but who
I know
gave
there
the
was a
information
meeting.
that there was one?
The meeting was slipped, and it's been confirmed by us. I know the meeting was held. I know the Brotherhood are involved. I just need to know who gave the orders. Who was the one that was with Thorn? Who was the young human, possibly half-elf male, mid-20s, that kicked this off?
I wasn't at the meeting, so I can't tell you who kicked it off if there was a meeting. I was just picked up the job from Thorin, and that's the only information I have.
Give me a deception check.
Come on, baby. Oh, 19 with +2, 21.
21. You can see that she is pissed. She just looks at you and says, "This is not the way we work. You're being incredibly unhelpful. We all have our orders. We all are working towards our goals, but our goals are all pointing the same direction. You are not helping anybody here, least of all me, Peril. And I'm sure you're about to ask for a favor. So I suggest you think real hard about how useful you can be to my cause before you ask me for something."
He'll sit back and
There's no chair in here, so you've been made to
There's no
stand
back,
up.
sorry,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay.
But you have your hands untied, so you have kind of like
yeah.
free rein a bit.
Go on, okay. He. Oh, this is a hard one. He.
She's
I'll
gonna,
give you. Sorry.
yeah. As you're like pondering, and she can see you're turning over the cogs. She says, "I asked about you when I sweeten the deal. I know your family's being held, and I know you've built some favor. I know that I only have so much I can do. I need names, and I can give you information. Give me an insight check.
Insight. Oh yeah. Oh, 7.
7. You're like, she definitely could have that information.
Because it's his family. He doesn't want to give everything away. So he'll. I can. I can.
She wants the name of the person that was at the meeting that gave Thorn, or that was, I suppose, giving out the mission, and she'll tell you where your family have been held.
Funny thing is, I actually can't remember his name.
That's true. Well, that's also a problem. Well, if you are going to give it up, I can tell you what the name is to give up.
Is there? So this is not Peril, but it's me. Is because the person is the prince, right? Who gave us the mission. Is there another prince?
No, not that would be. No, because there's only the one royal family. So there's like dukes and lords and stuff like that. They're all other members of the Kingsguard, but there's 2 brothers.
Oh, because it's the king's brother, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's not the.
Yeah.
Is there a cousin that's like quite?
I don't think you would have enough knowledge of the south from where you are, because it's the family of the south, and you were in Eden, and they were you were kind of like they were more northern bound, and they would have been southern bound. To try and find someone else would be difficult. You could try and pull and say it was a lord of somewhere else, like one of the lords of one of the Kingsguard. But she has gone through and described to you and said, I know it was a young male between the ages of. In your mind, it's either the king or it's the brother of the king. That's what she's getting out there, because it's the king was a young king. They're the only ones that are mid-20s. The rest of the Kingsguard are uncles and in-laws that all run the other towns. They're all older men or women. The queen mother's around as well. But if she's like, I know it was a young male, I need someone to confirm the name. It's between the king or the king's brother.
I don't know which one of those two it was, but I can find out.
Well, you
If you set me and my companions free, we can.
How will you ever find out where your family is? I need to find out more, and then I can tell you.
Yeah, and if I can find out this information, then we can do a trade.
Well, let's do that then, shall we? The order has come through. We will be leaving soon enough. We have all we need from here, and unfortunately the mission hasn't gone exactly as we would have hoped. So the plan is to leave your friends there in the stockade and have them slaughtered in the morrow before we move out. There will be a short period of time for which you can attempt an escape. If you don't manage to, unfortunately, you'll be sat alongside them.
Okay. I will. You won't see us in the morning.
Remember your loyalties lie. And then she will give the nod to Thunderclaw, who rebinds up your hands so they're tight enough. It does them a little bit too tight, as you can see that he also follows her mood. He sends you and sends you out back to the guards. Open the doors. The guards take you. And they take you down to the same place. They tie you up on the pole next to them, so you are alongside Gimbar and Willow, forced down to your knees and having your hands tied behind your back. There is no sight. You've seen Zilna. He's up above. Merrin, no sight of at the moment.
Okay.
Can you send Weaver in very quickly? And then we'll be done.
Yeah, of course.
I'm dead.
I know you're dead. Do you want to do a thing over now, or you want to do it the first point of next session?
We can do it now.
Yeah. So, I will change your bits over as Thorn be gone. Replace these files. As you have seen what's gone on, you are in a prison cell with a dwarf who you have been chatting to. You've been held here for probably about a week now in this camp, as you came in on a mercantile mission and were captured. The rest of your mercantile party that you were leading were, you assume, killed, fed to something, you're not sure. You have been continually questioned about your knowledge of dragons. Your knowledge of dragon rituals, your knowledge of dragon rearing, because the Talons know who the Githyanki are, and they know where you're from. You have been sharing some of that information as much as you would care to with a very chatty, who has been sharing lots of stuff for you, Brotherhood dwarf named Balgrand. As you two have just watched the spectacle that ended with Thorn being murdered. As the dwarf turns to you and says, we need to come up with a plan, friend. My brother is that one out there on the floor. And if these guys are getting ready and just starting to kill people now, I'm not sure, you've got much more time left.
I haven't thought of a voice or anything.
We can have a gruff voice and then change it later.
Yeah. Yes. We need to escape these people. Will your brother be able to help?
He's pretty handy with his fists when he needs to, but yeah, we need to find a distraction and get the hell out of it.
Have you got any ideas?
Well, we can kick up a little bit of a ruckus if we want.
What do you have in mind?
And he just throws a punch for you, just like starts shouting, "Hey, don't attack me now!" And he just throws a punch at you as he tries to cause you some damage, but not a huge amount, as he tries to get into a little bit of a ruckus with you.
Yeah, I think I know what's going on here, and start swinging back.
Sweet. as you two like start pummeling, it doesn't take long before you both like calling out. Like he's screaming out as he clocks you a few times. You clock him a few times. He's already busted up anyway. You recut some of his face as he's bleeding. As the door gets swung open, as the 2 or 3 Talon guards come in, just start roughing you up, separate you apart. Sorry. As one of the other commanders comes in, he goes, "Oh fuck's sake, you guys!" Well, fuck it. We're moving on soon anyway. Climb up with the rest of them. As you guys will both of you get pulled out to the front of the main area, have your hands bound and tied, but you're out of the cave, pushed down onto your knees as you are tied up at the back alongside a dwarf, a human paladin, and a elf. What looks like a wizard because he's got a fancy ass hat. As 4 of you get pushed down, beaten up and bloody there. As Balgren looks to you and goes, "Right, now we just need to get out of this."
Brilliant. Dwarves are fucking geniuses.
Yes, they are. Sweet. All right. Do you want to go and tell everyone else? Get everyone back?
Yeah.
Bingham.
Yeah.
Kins is a brat. Don't pass it on.
Kins is always a brat.
I'm always a brat.
GG's. Sorry, apologies, that went a bit long. Right. So as you all pull together as the day ends on, out in front, tied to the stockades, we have the figures of Willow, Gimba, and Peril. And later on, hearing a kerfuffle and a fight going on from another cell, Talons bring out and tie up 2 other members. One of them being Gimba's brother, Balgrund, who is bleeding again as his face has been cut open. And alongside him is this skinny half-orc, which is not half-orc tool, but a figure of a Gif Yankee, who is also showing some signs of cuts and bruises and is tied up alongside Balgrund. No sign of Zilna and no sign of Merin to the 4 of you that are tied up, but they are out and about in the camp.
Yes, we've heard all about Merin.
We did say that when Gimbar and Peril were tied up next to me, I relayed that I had seen Gilna, that I'd seen Zilna,
Yep.
and he'd relayed that it's not what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I just advised them that you get one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted.
Stop it.
He did fucking Eminem. Nice. So we will pick that up. 4 of you are tied up for the day. 2 of you
got the same haircut.
You have.
Hair
Good
colour.
to go.
Hair colour.
2 of you have free run at the moment, as each of you have some different information about what might be going on. But yes, some of you are free to move about the camp. Some of you not. Some of you have information. Some of you not. So we will set up for maybe trying to get the fuck out of here potentially next time round. R.I.P. Thorn. And GG's for sticking with it. Apologies, a bit of a weird one, but I think we're back.
No,
We're
it's
back.
fun. I enjoyed it.
We're back now.
GG's.
GG's.
I like not knowing.
I
what's
know
going on.
it's the tough one because it's like a lot of time you don't know what's going on, but it might be fun. Lovely. Well, we'll see how you get maybe out of the information. Oh, and the other thing is you will level up. Congratulations.
Yay.
So you can level up to level.
I need to talk to you about this herb because I may have a game-breaking combination.
Great. I'd like to hear about it. Maybe someone
Well,
will
I'm
die
not
next
planning on doing
week. Yay, Legoland. All right, we'll talk about it. But yeah, level 4 for next week. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Ah, ah, ah.
Ta-ta.